Pirates in Vermilion Parish in South Louisiana. Game time on Yearview, presented by McDonald's, has a great matchup for you tonight. A non-district battle between the Southern Lab Kittens, who are the defending Division IV Select State Champions, taking on the Kaplan Pirates, who have their old coach back, and they're rolling once again. It should be a fun, fantastic football game here tonight. Hello, everyone. Jeff Wermo along with Greg Bowser. Thanks for starting your football weekend with us. Forget about what happened last night in the Superdome. This should be a much better performance by these two teams. Kaplan has been playing very well ever since losing their first game of the year. Meanwhile, Southern Lab has hit a roadblock here. Greg, they've lost their last two.
They lost their last two games, and the coaches really felt that the big thing is they got to finish. You know, they'll take the lead and they kind of go to sleep a little bit. And their big thing now is just finish. We've got to finish, guys.
Yeah, they blew a big lead last week against Madison Prep, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth here tonight. Let's take a look at some of their key players for Southern Lab. He's back once again, the son of the head coach, Daryl Asbury, Marion Asbury, and Jerry Botley, the quarterback.
Well, Asbury's the guy that like to run the ball with him. And the big thing about it, Jeff, is that Southern Lab wants to run. They want to pick up the tempo because of the speed that they have. They want to get the ball outside, get these guys making plays on the corners, and get them in the secondary. So it's speed for Southern Lab. And
then for the Kaplan Pirates, as I mentioned, they have their old ball coach back, Tank Latif, and he loves running the wing T. Dalen Landry and Wyatt Abear, we'll call those guys' name a lot here tonight.
Those are the two people who are going to run the offense, and if they're having a good night, then Kaplan's having a good night, and that's the way they go. The offense is going to go like they go, and they think that, you know, with their offensive line and what they've got coming back, they think they can really do some damage and go a long way in the playoffs.
This is a veteran Kaplan team. Meanwhile, Southern Lab trying to replace 18 starters from last year's state championship team. Kickoff coming up here shortly. This is Game Time on Yearview.
Game Time on Yearview is brought to you by McDonald's. Download the McDonald's app today and get free large fries with $1 minimum purchase. Butcher Air Conditioning, a name you can trust. Egan Insurance, a Higginbotham partner, family to family, business to business. Gidry's Catfish, feeding your family like ours since 1976. Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge, progress and performance that never stands still. Catch every game live or on demand at watch.yearview.com.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night. And best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Gidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Gidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Gidry's Catfish.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
There's a look at the Southern Lab Kittens, your six-time state champions, making the trip all the way from Baton Rouge, led by Coach Daryl Asbury, and then the Kaplan Pirates, led by Tank Latif, who's in his 12th season as the head coach at Kaplan. They're 4-1 this year. A lot of seniors on this team, as I just mentioned. They're coming off a nice win over Patterson, beating the Lumberjacks 55-20. Let's now bring in the third member of our broadcast crew, and that's former LSU linebacker Derry Beckwith.
For Kaplan and Coach Latif, tonight is a measuring stick to go against the defending state champions in Southern Lab. He wants his team to embrace the moment. No moment is too big. He wants them to come out, fight, play strong, and use that veer running attack to be really physical against a fast and athletic Southern Lab team. And for Lab and Coach Osbury, they are extremely young. They are reeling right now. They're losing their last two games, but he said this is a game where they have to learn how to finish. And a lot of expectations are on Southern Lab this year. Even though they won the state championship last year, they expect them to come back and win again this year. I expect an outstanding matchup tonight against two great teams. Greg and Jeff, I hope you guys got some hot chocolate. It's going to be a chili tonight. Have a good one.
We'll be fine, Derry. We'll be fine. This is football weather, that's for sure, in South Louisiana. Let's take a look at our keys to victory, and our keys brought to you by Egan Insurance. Egan Insurance, a Higginbotham partner, family to family.
Well, I'll start with the Southern Lab. One of the things they do is they've got to be, the passing game's got to be good because they got all that speed. They want to throw deep and threaten the defense. And they've got to be disciplined on the defensive side of it. They've got to play discipline against this option team, and because if you don't play your keys and you go the wrong way, they hit a big play on you. But Kaplan, protect the ball. You can't turn the football over. You got to protect the football. And then the other one is they got to apply some pressure on the quarterback. They cannot allow him to sit back there and hit some of these fast wide receivers, because I think the big advantage here is with Southern Lab and the wide receivers, the speed matching up with Kaplan's defensive backs.
Well, that was one of the things that Darryl Asbury told us, was that nobody has tested this Kaplan defensive secondary like he thinks his team will do. No one's gone vertical on them, so it'll be interesting to see if Kaplan is able to keep up with the speed at that wide receiver position that the Kittens have.
Talking to Coach Asbury before the game, one of the things he said he just, they better come prepared to run, because they're going to run tonight. They're going to spread them out and just try to run all over the field and see if they can keep up with him. He's got some outstanding speed at the skill position.
Gannon Smith will tee it up here for the Kaplan Pirates, as we'll see Southern Lab's offense on the field first. Southern Lab coming off that tough loss to Madison Prep, 36-26. They are 3-2 on the year. They led that game against the Chargers, 26-12 entering the fourth quarter, and they couldn't finish the job. We'll see if they can finish here tonight if they're able to get a lead. Inside the 8 for the return man, and he gets it all the way across the 15, and that's about it. Nice job on the kickoff coverage unit for the Kaplan Pirates, shutting down that opportunity for Southern Lab on the return. And there's a look at Jerry Botley, the starting quarterback for the Southern Lab Kittens. He has thrown for 959 yards. He has rushed for nearly 300 yards and has a half a dozen touchdowns. He's 6'2", 180 pounds, and he's filling some big shoes. Marlon Brown, who won a state championship as the quarterback for Southern Lab last season, who's now at Hines Community College. Darryl Asbury, the head coach, also serves as the offensive coordinator here for the Kittens as they start first down and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Marion is in the backfield with Botley. Those were the two guys we keyed at the beginning of the broadcast. Botley under pressure and will go down as he is sacked. And there's that pressure, Greg, that they were hoping to apply. Wyatt Bork and that Kaplan Pirates defense got to him.
Well, they did a good job of coverage. That's a coverage sack. You watch the quarterback, there's no place to go with the ball. Everybody's covered, so when he steps up, the defensive line's right there to make the tackle.
Able to beat Johnny Herman, the sophomore center, to get the sack. That's a loss of 5, and that's how we start here for Southern Lab, as Botley was trying to make something happen through the air. So on second down, Botley will throw again. Quick pass this time, and it is complete. And turning upfield, Denham Hunt, he is very fast, and he stepped out of bounds. He's got a first down. That is a speedy wide out there for the Kittens.
Well, he was just one block away from breaking it all the way. If he had a little bit more room on the sidelines, I think this is a touchdown. Botley gets it out pretty quick, and then looks like they got him bottled up right here, but he just outruns the angle of the tacklers.
He's the leading receiver from last season. In the 200 meters, he ran 21.3 seconds. He's received an offer from Florida A&M. Kittens now have it first down and 10 from their own 44. Botley, another quick throw, almost the same play. And it's now turning upfield again is Hunt, and he's got the first down, a gain of 11. Good moves there by Denham Hunt, the junior, who's 5'8", only 140 pounds, now 16 catches on the season.
Well, Kaplan's coming out. They've decided what they're going to do is they're going to rush 3 people and drop 8 back to try to cover these wide receivers. But if you do that, you better get pressure on the quarterback, or he'll pick you apart.
Remy Broussard on the tackle, and that is a first down brought to you by Resources for Human Development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. First and 10 now from the 43-yard line. Again, Kaplan just rushes 3. Botley winds up, throws deep, and incomplete. No flags as the receiver fell down on his own. Let's take a look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Nick's Refrigeration, your comfort specialist. First of all, for the Southern Lab Kittens, as we talked about, Asbury, the running back, Keenan Butler, Hunt, Weatherspoon, and Marquez Williams are your wide receivers. Jaden Thomas, Enos Davis, Johnny Herman Sami Abdelik is a good offensive lineman along with Randall Johnson. They're a zone running team. They got a lot of sophomores and juniors on that offensive line, just one senior, and that's Randall Johnson. And this is the first time Asbury has ran it, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. There is Wyatt Bork, who plays a lot of snaps, a 3-year starter. And again, the starting lineup's brought to you by Nick's Refrigeration. Broussard, Bork, and Petrie are on that defensive line. Owen Marceau, DeVoltz, Dane Frick is a really good linebacker. You got Housen, Terrio, Mouton, Coy Terro, and then Gunnar Bork is the other defensive back. He's a senior. Third down, and we'll call it 14. Let's see if Kaplan can get off the field here on this first offensive drive of the night for Southern Lab.
Really strange looking defense. You only got 3 linemen, and every now and then they're going to run a linebacker through there, but
Botley's pass is incomplete as he missed his intended receiver, and that's going to force Southern Lab to punt. So nice job by Kaplan to kind of bend but don't break as they try to get the ball to Keenan Butler.
yeah, Butler just missed it in that time because Keenan Butler was wide open. He just missed the throw, a little overthrown. But Kaplan's going to have to figure out how to play this offense, Southern Labs, because of the speed. They chose to rush 3 and drop 8. So far, they were lucky that time that he missed the open wide receiver.
Michael Plummer is the punter for Southern Lab. You got 10 seconds on the play clock, and Southern Lab slow to get its personnel on the field. Going to have to snap it here quickly with 3 on the play clock. They do a flag. I don't think they were set.
No, they're going to get a motion call against Southern Lab.
Not much of a return. We'll see what Kaplan decides to do, whether they want to accept the penalty or not. Michael Benoit is our
Legal
referee.
procedure.
Looks like he may want to make him kick it again.
Well, last week, Southern Lab, as I mentioned, they had a tough loss. 26-12 was the loss to Madison Prep, and it was a blocked punt that reversed the momentum of that game. There you take a look at Coach Darrell Asbury. He's won 2 state championships at Southern Lab. Of course, last year and also in 2021. He's a Southern Lab graduate in 1990. He was a quarterback for the Kittens, went on to play quarterback for Jackson State. He's been a former head coach at Shaw University, Raleigh-Durham in North Carolina, and Texas Southern. He won 3 championships there in 9 years at that school in Raleigh-Durham. It's Shaw University. 2-time state champion as a head football coach.
No, Jeff, what really got him, I mean, he was up 26-12 going into the 4th quarter and lost that game. That was just a tough one.
Tough one. They came from behind to beat Riverside last year to win that state championship. What a ball game. They were down by 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, and they came back to beat Riverside that night, 42-35. So now we get to see the Kaplan Pirates offense. And Said David is the starting quarterback for this Kaplan offense that's averaging 35 points a game. They're not going to throw it a ton. They've only thrown 26 times this year.
They throw about 15% of the time. Their offense is in the passing game. They're going to just run it up. Run that veer. You're hoping that somebody misreads something and you break the big play.
Old school football here. We'll see how it's effective against Southern Lab, and they run it hard off the right side, and you need a guy that's got to be a tough runner in the veer offense, and Wyatt Abear is certainly it. Over 500 yards rushing. Let's take a look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Nick's Refrigeration, your comfort specialist. You got Landry at running back. Abear is also a running back. Braden Beer is someone that can get some carries, averaging 6.5 yards a carry. Gannon Smith, a receiver with 3 catches on the year. The tight end, Carter Petrie, he's a good one. 6'3", 250 pounds. And then on that offensive line, Saltzman, Marceau, Milton, Small, and Bork. 3 seniors there in Bork, Marceau, and Saltzman. Again, they run it off the right side. A first down and more for the Pirates. All the way across the 35 to the 36. That's Dale and Landry. So the 2 guys, Greg, that we highlighted at the top of the broadcast, Abear and Landry, already getting carries here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to get a lot of carries tonight. And if you're Southern Lab, you've got to be disciplined and play your keys. Do not try to go and make a big play, because the moment you do that, you get out of position.
First down brought to you by Resources for Human Development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Trevorius Norman made the tackle there. The defensive coordinator for Southern Lab, a veteran coach, Lamar Thomas. The defense played really well a couple weeks ago against Denham Springs. They're going to have to play well here tonight if they're going to get a win at Kaplan. Another run right up the gut here, and another hard run by Wyatt Hebert up to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 8 yards. And early on, we're seeing that offensive line. They're winning the battle at the line of scrimmage, Greg.
That's the one thing they said, Southern Lab knew that they couldn't let happen. They could not allow them to continue to drive the football on them, because if you do that, Kaplan's just going to turn around and hand it off.
Kaplan has been known, especially with Tank Latif, as their head coach, as a team that goes up against other teams with smaller offensive linemen than the defensive line they're facing, and more times than not, they'll still win that battle thanks to technique and leverage. Another good run, a first down off the left side. That was Dalen Landry getting the carry, and the Pirates are moving the chains here. Nice drive.
It's a good-looking drive. Just a lot of pulling the guys around and getting a hat on the hat and allowing your running backs to pick the hole.
Making the tackle finally was Ashton Sanders, a 6'1" senior in that defensive secondary. First down and 10 at the 47. So hard defensively, you don't realize how quick these offensive linemen are and how fast the play develops. It takes you a while when you don't see this kind of offense very much. Here's the run from Landry. Landry around the right end all the way up to the 41. A gain of 7. Let's quickly take a look at your starting lineup for Southern Lab defensively, brought to you by Nick's Refrigeration, your comfort specialist. On that defensive line, there's Randall Johnson, number 73, a senior. And then also on that line, Jaron Smith, Jaden Thomas, and Cameron Tillage. They are missing Creston Hawkins, who is out with a knee injury. Jarius Harris, Trevorius Norman at linebacker, McKinley, Richmond, Franklin Sanders, Plummer, and Ashton Sanders in the defensive secondary. Handoff to the fullback, Hebert, and that's enough for a first down. He needed about 4. He got 6, and the Pirates move the chains once again, and I think Southern Lab wants a timeout here.
Yeah, I think they have to talk it over and make some adjustments, because, they're just wearing them out on the offensive line.
This is one of those basketball timeouts. The other team's making a run. The opposing coach has got to call a timeout. More coming up here on Game Time.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99 or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
There are many signs to help protect us from harm, to warn us from harming ourselves, or prevent us from harming others. But sometimes the best sign is the one that protects you from things you never knew or even thought would hurt you. Egan Insurance, the sign of quality insurance protection since 1954.
I am a Mercedes girl. I like the way the C-Class drives. And of course, I like the looks of it too. It fits me and I fit in it.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
Some chili here on a cool night in South Louisiana. No beans in that chili, Greg. What do you think about that?
Gotta have some beans in the chili, man. Gotta have beans in the chili.
I'm not a beans guy. I think I would love that chili.
Oh, no.
I like chili with beans, but I'd probably love it even more if there's no beans.
You get some chili with beans on a hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. You might be able to get that when you go to Arkansas tomorrow, Greg.
Well, if we weren't so far up here tonight, I'd take a chance on going down and getting some.
Yeah. You won't get back up here until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's it.
Pirates moving the football here. First down and 10 at the 35-yard line. Their opening drive of the night, and again they run it right up the gut. They get about 4 yards. Second down and 6. Let's bring in Derry Beckwith. Derry, I know you're on the Kaplan side of the sidelines, but what do you think Darrell Asbury, the head coach for Southern Lab, said during that timeout?
I think he said they have to get off a box. They're going to a 4-4 defense. They are crowding the line of scrimmage. Guys are simply not getting off a box. They're not playing gap sound football. When you play a veer team like Kaplan, you have to do your job. You have to play your position. Linebacker do what linebacker supposed to do. D-tackle do what the D-tackle supposed to do. You can't do anyone else's job, and that's what they're not doing right now.
Second down and 5, and a big hole here. Nobody's going to catch him. That's Dalen Landry. Touchdown, Pirates. Pirates. .8", 170-pound senior Dalen Landry his 7th rushing touchdown of the season.
Well, a lot of what we're seeing is happening because, remember, we talked about Hawkins not being in the game. He's the guy that usually clogs up that middle for him, and for Southern Lab, he's not there, and Kaplan's taking advantage of it.
Kaplan always goes for 2.
Always go for 2.
So Wyatt Hebert in the backfield, save David at quarterback. And it has just been too easy on this drive as Kaplan converts on the 2-point conversion. And a great start for the Pirates. They forced the punt, and then they march down the field, and they take an 8-0 lead over the Southern Lab Kittens. This is Game Time on Yearview, presented by McDonald's.
From now on, it's all about us. Starting a family, buying a car, our first home.
They told you to open an account, then turned you away. They said, come back when you're ready. You said, we're ready now.
I know we're going to make it.
Hope makes it happen. Thousands of your neighbors, many who never had a bank account before, improved their lives with Hope Credit Union. You can too. Brighter futures begin with hope.
We've known you for a few years now, so let's do kind of a lightning round.
Think of it as a 2-minute drill, but with questions.
Ooh, okay. Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Spicy or mild?
Spicy. Crawfish or shrimp?
Boiled crawfish.
Your favorite holiday?
Mardi Gras for sure.
You've been hurt in an accident. What's the next thing that you do?
That's a no-brainer. Call the Borderos at all 7s.
Bonus question.
Favorite attorney, David or Digger?
I plead the 5th.
Well played.
Wise choice.
Great drive for the Kaplan Pirates as they get on the board here first in this non-district game. 8-0 Kaplan over Southern Lab. Just a combination of Dalen Landry and Wyatt Hebert. Those two guys and a Kaplan offensive line just dominating the line of scrimmage. And our Hampton Automotive scoring drive, Hampton has it. 8 plays, 85 yards, and it took nearly 4 minutes off the clock.
Jeff, you know, you've heard me talk about this before, but it's that low-risk offense.
Yeah,
right. You just turn around and hand it off because not a lot of bad things can happen when you do that. And when you're playing the way Kaplan's playing,
that ball sails out of bounds.
We could see that low-risk offense all night.
Yep. So Gannon Smith kicking it out of bounds. We'll see what Southern Lab decides to do. You can either make them re-kick it. Usually you don't. Usually you end up just taking the ball at the 35-yard line.
It looks like their offense is coming on the field.
Well, Southern Lab on that opening drive, Greg, they threw the ball most of the time. I wonder if they try to get Marion Asbury a little bit more involved in this drive.
I would imagine they will try to run the ball a little bit more here, just to give the defense a chance to rest.
Botley in that game against Denham Springs a couple of weeks ago threw a couple of touchdown passes. Also had 80 yards rushing. He's a smooth player out there. His football IQ off the chain, as they like to say. Very athletic and very smart in the classroom. A 4.0 GPA. Has time to throw, and he finds a receiver who came forward to catch the pass, and we'll see where forward progress ends up marking it. But that's Anthony Weatherspoon. That's his 12th catch of the season. He has over 200 yards receiving.
Well, Weatherspoon just ran down the field and set inside the zone, found a hole in the zone and sat down. And a nice pitch and catch.
Dane Frick and Coy Terrell in on the tackle. It's a gain of just 7.
I think Southern Lab's going to have to run against this defensive front that Kaplan has, because there are only 3 defensive linemen up there. You got 5 offensive linemen, so it's 5-on-3. You should be able to get some running space.
That's Hunt in motion, lined up in the slot. They go deep, and the pass is caught. Oh, he couldn't come down with it. He had his hands on it, did Hunt. Just couldn't reel it in, though. I don't know if he needed to jump for that ball.
Well, I think he was trying to out-jump the defensive back. The defensive back saw the football, and he's going to try to come back to it, and Hunt's going to just beat him to it. Should have come down with this one.
I think you got to give some credit to the defensive back. That's Gunnar Bork. Might have gotten a hand in there to kind of jar it loose as well. So third down here for Botley and the Kittens. Southern Lab started its season by beating Liberty. They blew out Glen Oaks and Delhi, and then losses to Denham Springs and Madison Prep. Now Kaplan has used the timeout. Each team has used a timeout here in this opening quarter. Let's get Derry Beckwith back involved here with another ITI Technical College sideline report. First of all, Derry, let's go back to that Kaplan offensive drive. Really impressive stuff by that Pirates offensive line.
They're doing an outstanding job. Anytime you play the veer offense, your offensive line has to get out the football. That's something that they're doing. They get off the ball. They get up to the second level. Anytime you get up to the second level and get on those linebackers, you are dangerous, and that's what Kaplan did on that first drive.
And then Southern Lab really trying to force the issue through the air here. And I think they really feel they got an advantage over Kaplan's defensive secondary.
Well, they do. They had a couple of men open and just missed them. But again, you've got to try to run the ball some semblance, and they haven't tried to do that much tonight.
When this Southern Lab offense is running on all cylinders, it's hard to stop them because of all the playmakers they have. Third down and 3 here for the Kittens. Asbury gets it, and great penetration in the backfield by Kaplan's defense. And he loses yards there. He didn't have a chance on that play, Greg.
No, too much penetration in defensive line. Then look, everybody gets across the line of scrimmage, and that makes a big difference when you're playing defense. If you can get to the other side of the line of scrimmage before you get started.
Hey, Remy Broussard got off the ball very fast.
It's surprising that Southern Lab's going to go ahead and go for it here.
Fourth down and 5 at the 40-yard line. Interesting call here early by Darrell Asbury and the Kittens. Let's see what they decide to do, if they seriously do go for it.
I think they've got to let the quarterback spread him out, give him a run-pass option.
So on 4th and 5, Botley's got time. The pass sails the head of the intended receiver, and the Pirates will have outstanding field position as Marquez Williams could not come down with that catch as Botley just flat out overthrew him. It was there.
It was there, but look at the room that Botley has out here. He can run for the first down if he wants to. There's nobody out there.
Yep.
He likes to try to throw the pass.
So now Kaplan from the 40-yard line here. Coach Asbury not happy with Botley and that throw.
That's where you got, as a quarterback, you have to know what the situation is. He only needed about 5 yards, and they were giving him 10 on the run. Now they do just take off with it.
Hebert in the backfield. David under center. And that time only maybe 3 or 4 yards as finally a Southern Lab defensive lineman goes out there and makes a play and prevents a long run. That's Randall Johnson, who's a physical player on that defensive line for Southern Lab, and he's going to need to have a big night against this Veer offense.
Thing about that veer that running is it hits so quickly. You can't take a bad step and be out of position because the running backs will get on you real quick.
So on 2nd down and 7, running right up the gut. That's going to be another first down. Wyatt Hebert. He runs so low to the ground, Greg, so hard. And Southern Lab's having a hard time here with this offense.
I mean, you watch, nobody's going to touch him until he gets to the second level. Darren was talking about the second level. That's where the linebackers are. Nobody touches him until he gets to where the linebackers are. He has the first down easily.
Heck, it might have been the 3rd level there, the defensive backs, before someone got a hold of him. But it's just a little crevice there, and he hits that hole so fast.
What's real surprising is look at how small the offensive linemen are. They're not huge.
Nope. Play with great technique. Fouls their blockers to these running backs. Dalen Landry, I think he's got enough for a first down. Kaplan hasn't thrown the ball at all here tonight, but they're just dominating at this point.
Look at the number of people that Southern Lab has at the line of scrimmage. I talked about putting 8 men on the line of scrimmage. They've done that. They even walked an extra guy up. They still can't stop this offensive line.
And Kaplan has entered the red zone for the first time tonight, the Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures begin with hope. whistles.
I think Southern Lab's going to take a timeout here.
Well, they're going to use another timeout. This will be the second one they've used in this first quarter as they try to come up with a way to solve this Kaplan offense. Next week, we'll be in the capital city for one of the best rivalries in Baton Rouge. The University High Cubs taking on the Parkview Baptist Eagles. Join us at 7 o'clock next Friday for the Yearview Game of the Week presented by McDonald's. Should be a very interesting game.
It'll be a good ball game. You know, I think Southern Lab wanted to take a timeout that time because they saw the offense. Kaplan came out in a little bit of a spread, had an extra wide receiver out there, and I think Southern Lab thought maybe they were going to throw it, so he wants to don't talk about it. But they've got to figure out a way to stop this running attack. That's what's hurting them the most.
You know, Southern Lab arrived here at about 6:15. Obviously, we all know for folks that have to travel from Baton Rouge to the Acadiana area on a Friday can be a little treacherous as far as getting here, and they're just they're a step off right now, step slow at the moment.
Yeah, this Kaplan team came out ready to play, man. They got off the bus ready to play.
First down and 10 inside the 19-yard line. Nice job that time by Southern Lab. They got a lot of hats around the football, and that's what you're going to need to do against these tough running backs. As Hebert only got about 3, as there were several kittens there defensively, led by Jaden Thomas, a junior defensive lineman.
On defense, what you want to do is if you can throw them for a loss and put them behind the chains, then that changes what that offense can, that Veer offense can do to you.
Landry and Hebert are both seniors. This is a big senior class, guys that have been around for a while. Kaplan last year was 7-4. They started the year 7-1 and lost their final 3 games and ended up losing to Jennings in the first round of the Division II non-select playoffs. They're in Division III this year. They have wins over North Vermilion.
Dead ball, encroachment, 52 white.
Well, one step forward, 2 steps back for Southern Lab's defense.
Southern Lab makes it.
He had them in 2nd and long, and now it's 2nd and short from the 10. But Kaplan this season beat Patterson, Lauraville, Brobridge, and North Vermilion. They started the year with a 23-6 loss to Ascension Episcopal. Ascension Episcopal and Vermilion Catholic, 2 teams that are undefeated, squaring off tonight, just down the road. Nice run once again by Hebert, and Hebert inside the 10. That's enough for a first down to the 6-yard line before he's pushed back by a bunch of kittens. Just 8 miles away is that game between VC and Ascension Episcopal.
Just a quick dive off tackle to run inside. And you know, one of the things, if you run that split, that veer, the one thing you have to have is very good play between your guard center, the 2 guards in the center, because that's where that's where most of your action is going to be. You got to get that push up the middle.
Wyatt Hebert is a 3-year starter, tough kid who can run it, block, physical runner, physical blocker. Coach Lateef called him a chain mover. Gain of a couple yards there as Braden Beard got the carry, had a hurdle on offensive lineman and ended up getting only a couple. Last week it was Dalen Landry who led the way for Kaplan with 118 yards in that win against Patterson. Landry had 183 against Lauraville 2 weeks ago. But against Brobridge, when Kaplan shut out the Tigers, it was Hebert who rushed for 133 yards and 4 touchdowns. Very impressive 12 minutes of football here for Kaplan. They lead at 8-0. They're looking for more. You're watching the Yearview Game of the Week presented by McDonald's. The Wing team flying high tonight as the Pirates have an 8-0 lead.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it!
Boom! Hampton's hot.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a fourth branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
We got a supermoon here in Vermilion Parish as Kaplan leads Southern Lab 8-0 after 1 quarter of action. That is that's pretty cool. Greg
that's a pretty good looking moon. Good shot.
We're in Vermilion Parish. Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, Derry Beckwith, the Kaplan Pirates looking really strong here, but there's been a flag, and I think it's another penalty against the Kittens.
Oh no, it may not. Look like they're trying to get the clock right.
For the snap.
Got Southern Lab for offsides again.
I mean, Southern Lab is just off kilter right now. They are not in sync at all. Got a couple of first downs on their opening drive, and then the drive fizzled out. Went 3 and out on their last offensive drive. And they haven't forced a negative play yet against this Kaplan offense.
Yeah, but I think what we're looking at, they're going to have to run the football.
More whistles and flags. Let's see what this is about. Are they lining up in the neutral zone?
No, they're just jumping.
For the snap.
When the quarterback starts his signal, his count, the defensive linemen are jumping across.
Not what Coach Asbury wanted to see here tonight with his team on a 2-game losing streak. They had won 15 in a row. They had one of the longest winning streaks in the state before losing to Denham Springs and then losing to Madison Prep last week. And here, this has been a rough start for him here tonight. Still plenty of time. A defensive stand can turn things around at the moment. But it's going to be another Pirates touchdown as plowing into the end zone. Looked to be Wyatt Hebert, and it was Hebert, and the Pirates now lead it 14-0.
When you watch the interior portion of the line, you see his guard come out there. He didn't hit anybody. This is just amazing. I mean, I think if you're Southern Lab, you got to regroup, and you got to regroup quickly.
Kevin Small, a key block there for Kaplan. A 6', 240-pound junior. Again, Kaplan going for 2. Zaid David still has not thrown a pass here tonight. And it's going to be an easy 2-point conversion for Dalen Landry. Total domination to start it off here in Vermilion Parish. The Pirates leading the Southern Lab Kittens 16-0, 6 seconds into the second quarter.
I mean, just look at the push on the touchdown. I mean, they had a lot of push inside.
How about this blocking and Southern Lab just kind of standing around. Nobody really making a play out there tonight. Wow. Very impressive here by the Pirates.
One of the things, though, Jeff, if you're Southern Lab, what you have to do now is you say, listen, we're playing about as worse as bad as we can play. You're only down 2 touchdowns. They've got to come out and establish something offensively on this possession.
Gannon Smith has it teed up. Good high end-over-end kick. Going to be taken at the 13-yard line. And here's some speed at you. Denham Hunks all the way across the 35. Tripped up on the play by Javante Mouton. And the Kittens decent field position as they try to get something going, down by 16. Let's take a look at our Hampton Automotive scoring drive. Hampton has it. 7 plays, 40 yards after Southern turned it over. Southern Lab turned it over on downs. Hebert, the 1-yard touchdown run. And Hebert, that is his 13th touchdown run of the season, as he's over 500 yards rushing on the year. From the 40. There they go. They get Asbury. They're trying to get him involved, but again, he's brought behind the line of scrimmage. There is Remy Broussard. Coach Lotif says he wrecks havoc, and he did there on that play. There's a look at Tank Lotif. His 12th season at Kaplan. He won his 150th game last week. He's 96-43 during his time at Kaplan. Took Kaplan to the semifinals in 2016, 2017, and 2018. And after a 3-year hiatus, he says he's back where he belongs. Second down and 11. Botley skipped into the receiver, and it's 3rd and long, trying to get the football to Keenan Butler.
Well, Keenan Butler, he's open on a deep crossing route, and Butler just missed him.
Remy Broussard was running towards the thrower there, the quarterback, Botley. Asbury hoping there's some sort of spark here, maybe on this play where it's 3rd and long. They run the option. Botley's going to keep it. Botley's going to get across the 45. He was angled out of bounds by Taven Housen. And let's see if they go for it again on 4th down. They went for it on 4th and 5 on the last drive. Why wouldn't they do it again?
Yeah, I think 4th and 5, you got to go for it. You got to find something that works. Again, you know, I like the idea of trying to get to the outside, get on the corner, but you've got to be able to run the football against this defense. When you look at the defense in front, you got 4 guys up there. You should be able to run the football.
Botley should have pitched it. He's brought down for a loss. And this is just a nightmare here for Southern Lab and Vermilion Parish. Coming up and making the hit for Kaplan that time, Demorian Cormier, a sophomore. Cormier on the tackle, I should say.
Well, Kaplan folks, they're pushing all the right buttons right now.
16-0 Kaplan over Southern Lab, and they have the ball again in Kenton's territory.
And we haven't seen Kaplan put the ball in the air yet.
No.
You know, they're picking up 5 yards at a time when they run it, so why throw it, I guess?
Hebert is the running back. They hand it off to Beard, and Beard will actually be slowed down there a little bit, only a gain of about 2.
I think that may be the first time that Southern Lab has held him for 2 yards or less.
Yes, yeah, you might. Yeah, I think you're right. 3 was probably the...
Yeah.
It hasn't been anything fancy here for Kaplan. Beard is a kid that really loves football, another high football IQ, good leader, strong kid. 2nd down and 7. They give it to Beard again, and that time only a gain of a yard. Let's get Derry Beckwith here involved. Derry, any kind of a change that you're seeing from Southern Lab as this is their 3rd defensive series?
They're playing more physical, and they're getting after. They're attacking the line of scrimmage instead of let the offensive line attack them. When you play this veer offense, you cannot allow the O-line to attack you. You have to be the attacker. So on this drive, the D linemen are actually being the attacker. And Greg, I heard you mention something earlier about them going to a bare front, maybe 6 down linemen, have their 1 linebacker. If you do that, you got to make sure that you have the inside linebacker who can run tackle to tackle. But look, I think they'll be fine. They have to take this more serious and play more physical, play with their hands and play gap sound football. On this drive, they are doing that. They're being the attacker instead of being attacked by this offensive lineman from Kaplan.
Yeah, Derek, because what they're doing right now, it's not working. They're not getting anything out of it. They've got to change it up. Just a different bear look may even confuse the offensive line for a little bit, cause them to hesitate enough to where you can make the tackle. But you got to switch it up if you're Southern Lab. You can't stay in this.
And meanwhile, Kaplan just basically keeps running the same 4 or 5 plays at him.
Yeah, and that's all. That's the whole offense is around just that. They don't throw it.
Right.
They don't run an option off of it. They just turn around and hand it off, a little misdirection. And I think that one of the things Derek talked about is the fact that the defensive line has got to attack. You've got to come across the line of scrimmage and get some penetration to try to stop this thing.
So an injured Kaplan Pirate on the field. We'll take a break. This is Game Time on Your View.
Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you in Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today. At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it! Good job! Good job!
Bring it higher.
Turn it up, boy! Get it done!
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
3rd down and 7 here for the Kaplan Pirates. Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, Derry Beckwith. The Kaplan Pirates in command, but this is the first time they have faced a 3rd and long situation here tonight. Save David from the 40-yard line with Wyatt Hebert, the tailback. And they hand it off to Dalen Landry, and Landry's going to be stopped short of the 1st down, but you're looking at 4th and short. I would think Kaplan's going for it here.
Yeah, I mean, the way they're moving the football on the ground, they just keep pounding it in there.
But a little bit more resistance there from that Southern Lab defense, but how about that carry there by Hebert? He carries the tackler for 5 yards. As he look at Coach Latif, what a fantastic job he is doing here. 4th down and 2. Hard count by David. He got 9 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time here for Sabe. Couple hard counts, and there they go. And it's going to be a 1st down. A great run by Dalen Landry. Needed 2, he got 4.
One of the things that Kaplan's doing, if you look at this set, this offensive set, they're going with an unbalanced line to one side. That's causing Southern Lab some problems. I mean, they put an extra tight end or in a tackle to the right side and running behind that, and I think they got him outnumbered over there.
Dalen Landry, 5'8", 185 pounds. He's the bell cow of the rushing attack. Great vision, good runner. And Southern Lab has an injured player. It's now time for our Cox Mobile smart call of the game, and what you got to do is give the football to Dalen Landry on 4th and short. And he picks up the 1st down and hangs on to the football. That was the smart call of the game, courtesy of Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Well, this kid in defense is on their heels. They've got to figure out that. They've got to get a stop here.
And Friday nights in Kaplan, when the Pirates are in town, the whole community comes out. And they're looking forward to a deep run in the playoffs now that Tank Latif is back. After the 2020 season, Kaplan let him go. He spent the 2021 season as the head coach at Breaux Bridge. The last 2 seasons, he was an assistant head football coach at Abbeville. And we've been marveling about how well the offensive line has played, and Coach Latif is also a wrestling coach, and he uses that wrestling knowledge to help his offensive line win battles against bigger opponents.
You know, it's amazing. You got Southern Lab, who's based on speed, and you got Kaplan, who's just based on fundamentals, and they're undersized, so they got to get the angles on you to get the blocks done, and that's where his wrestling technique came in.
Coach Latif has said that he's always thought his summer workouts were tougher than everybody else's. Kaplan, the people here, are a little bit tougher than everyone else, and they're playing like the tougher team here tonight. One thing that this team is lacking a little bit is obviously depth. I mean, this is also a very good senior class. The injured Southern Lab kitten, and again, they've already lost one defensive lineman that went down as Creston Hawkins is not playing. And now they're helping this player up. And I think that's Sammy Abdelhak, and he's a guy that plays also on the offensive line. So that is a big loss there for Southern Lab if Abdelhak cannot play here tonight. So he is needing some assistance to come to the sidelines.
Let's go. Got to figure out a way. Let's get this thing stopped. Get this offense stopped.
Need a turnover. They need just some sort of spark.
I think it'd be a victory if you can hold them and make them try a field goal or something.
Yeah, all right. All right, Kaplan back at it with Hebert in the backfield. Beard on the right wing. Landry on the left wing. Movement on that line of scrimmage. And Southern Lab, I think, jumped again. Man, oh, man. Trying to anticipate that snap.
Defense.
You know, if you Kaplan, one of the good things right here, if you look at the lineup, this is a great time to throw the football. Not a hard throw, just something, just dump it off over the line of scrimmage, because you got 9 people now that have walked up in the box.
And it's 1st and 5.
Yeah.
You're in a great position on the field at the Southern Lab 26-yard line. I agree with you, Greg. If you got a pass play in your back pocket, this is the time you would use it.
Yeah, if you just release the tight end, just dump it right over the line of scrimmage, because there's nobody home. I mean, there's nobody back there. Look at that secondary.
Yeah.
See where that official standing? That's usually a free safety.
Instead, they try a stretch play there with Bierman. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Finally, the Kings make something happen defensively. Ashton Sanders, that's the first negative play of the night for the Pirates.
Well, you watch all the yellow helmets at the line of scrimmage. They just outnumbered them that time at the line. They decided to walk the extra guy in. This is where you get that, what they call a little pop pass, where the quarterback just gets it, takes one step, and just pops it right over the defensive lineman's head.
Sanders, a good-looking cornerback at 6'1", 170 pounds. Big, tall, physical. So 2nd down and 7. Remember, there was a 5-yard penalty there, so that was a 1st and 5. And there's a big gaping hole, 1st down and more. Dalen Landry all the way to the 21-yard line.
Well, you've got to get them. One of the things you do on this is tell your defensive lineman to attack the lineman, the offensive lineman in front of you. That will stop him from pulling and all the traps that's going on in there.
And they are inside the red zone here. The Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures begin with hope. At the 22-yard line. In motion is Landry. Hebert stopped at the line of scrimmage. Finally, a play there for Jaden Thomas. Also there, Randall Johnson once again. Ended up getting about 2 yards.
By that time, Johnson got good penetration. He was able to come off on the ball and get into the offensive backfield.
7 minutes to go before halftime. A game completely dominated by the Kaplan Pirates. Hebert in the backfield. David will hand it off to Landry. Landry's got to know. He's going to be stopped shy of the 1st down. Thought he was going to get enough there. I mean, just outstanding blocking. Kevin Small, Wyatt Bork, clearing a path there for the ball carrier, Dalen Landry. 3rd and short.
This has been a really big, good lesson in domination from the offensive line standpoint for Kaplan.
Yep.
Yeah, I think if you're Southern Lab, you got to go with your goal line defense all the way down the field.
Off to the left side. That's enough for a first down. To the 4. Hebert the carry there. Zach Marceau is the anchor of that offensive line. He's a 3-year starter. Number 52 for Kaplan. Smart physical blocker. Captain of that O-line. From the 4-yard line here for David, who still hasn't thrown a pass. Quick hitter with Hebert, who is brought down at the 2.
Quick dive play. Good job by Southern Lab defense, getting inside and stacking things up.
Ball almost came out of there. That's what Southern Lab needs. They need something. Here, a turnover of some sort. Michael Plummer was in on that tackle.
Well, if I'm Kaplan, I'm just turn around and run that quick dive inside.
2nd down and 2. And there's the touchdown. Dalen Landry into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. His 8th rushing touchdown. And that's our fan cam. Quest Pediatric Fan Cam. Discover the Quest difference now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas. Southern Lab just getting thoroughly dominated right now, Greg.
Yeah, that offensive line of Kaplan's is just taking them to the woodshed, man.
It's the Pirates go for 2 once again. Oh, they're going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete. They tried to get it to Carter Petrie, but pass deflected away at the last second. Is there a flag down? There's a flag down. Flag down here in the backfield of Kaplan.
Personal foul. Face mask.
So it's going to go against the kid. My goodness.
Wow.
You get a stop, at least on the 2-point conversion. And
get a face mask call to give him another shot.
Yep. So Stephen Latif will run it again. So they still technically haven't thrown a pass. I tell you what, though, on that throw by David, he had some mustard on that thing. This shows he's got a good arm. Oh, man. Drew him off sides.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's about a 1-inch penalty.
Before the snap. Defense.
Be about a 1/2-inch penalty. That's not too bad. But Joe, you got to sit in there if you're Southern Lab. I mean, that, you know, I know they're trying to get off on the ball and beat those blocks, but you've got to be a little bit more disciplined to hang in there for a minute.
And Darrell Asbury is saying, my goodness, this is not what I was intending to have happen here tonight. Two-point conversion is good, as just hanging on to it was White Hebert. And the Pirates now up 24-0 on the Southern Lab Kittens. This run-oriented offense just plowing their way downfield.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Hampton Toyota. Hampton has it. Make some epic memories this football season with cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that signature Cane sauce. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. Resources for human development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics. Discover the Quest difference. Now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night, and best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
Back in Kaplan, where the Pirates are dominating here, the Southern Lab Kittens 24-0 on the ensuing kickoff by Gannon Smith. It went out of bounds again, so Southern Lab will decide to take it at its 35-yard line. And Darrell Asbury needs his offense to do something here. They only got 3 first downs, if I'm counting them correctly. It's been a slow start for everyone on this Southern Lab team, including quarterback Jerry Botley.
Yeah, they can't seem to establish a running game, and the passing has been very inconsistent. You know, the other thing, Jeff, that Kaplan's doing is they're walking men off the line of scrimmage, but every now and then they're bringing a linebacker from one side or the other, trying to outsmart them on that.
So they'll have 3 down linemen, and then somebody's going to come in.
Somebody's going to come on a blitz.
Botley just winds up. That should be penalty. There is no penalty.
That should have been a flag.
My goodness. He was literally holding the receiver. Is Dalen Landry on the Hampton Automotive scoring drive. 11 plays, 43 yards. Took nearly 6 minutes off the clock. A 2-yard rushing touchdown by Dalen Landry, his second of the night. Trying to get the ball to Denham Hunt, but Kaplan doing exactly what they wanted to do here tonight, grind their way to a victory as they're looking for their 5th win in a row. Oh, look at that. How about that big hit? That's how you fill a hole. That is Dave Frick. Dave Frick, the quarterback of the defense. What a huge hit there. His dad played at Kaplan, and he just leveled the ball carrier, Trevorius Norman. Let's get Derry Beckwith. You got to love that hit there, Derry.
I love it. As a linebacker, we call that a downhill daddy. And Dave Frick is a downhill daddy. I love to see great linebacker play. He filled the hole, read the gap, read cloudy out clear as a linebacker. I always talk about this. If you see clear, you feel it, and he filled it with intensity.
3rd down and 11. Botley dancing back there. He's got room to run. Botley's got to make a guy miss, and he gets shoved out of bounds. Great open field there by Taven Housen. They call him Blondie because of his blonde locks, but he made a nice play there on Botley.
Well, Botley, got his team in position now. They can make a decision if they want to go for it or not.
It's about 4th down and 4. You got to go for it. Here's that call that I was talking about. How you missed that one? I mean, that is. The referee's looking right at it. I don't know how you missed that.
Got away with one there.
Yeah. So 4th down and 3. Let's see what they decide to do. Norman has been the running back here on this offensive drive for the Kittens. Oh, and Kaplan jumped off sides. And that's going to give Southern Lab a much-needed 1st down.
I think that's the first mistake that Kaplan's made tonight.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, first penalty too.
First penalty.
Yeah. It's jumping offside. Remy Broussard, who's an outstanding catcher on the Kaplan baseball team. The motto for this Kaplan defense: do your job. They're not looking for everyone to make a tackle on every play. Everybody's got an assignment, and those assignments need to be carried out. Still nothing happening in the ground game. Another big hit at the line of scrimmage. Jacob DeVoltz comes up and makes the hit.
Well, DeVoltz is playing linebacker position. He's wide open. Nobody on him. Nobody gets on him. He just comes right through there and makes a big tackle.
And Remy Broussard had him by the ankles. 2nd down and 11. Boy, Kittens, when they try to run the ball, not only are they getting stuffed, I mean, they are getting big-time hits there. Asbury back into the game as the running back. The Southern commitment. Botley to throw. Missed his target.
Had a man open.
Denham Hunt, who caught a couple passes to begin the football game, and they haven't been able to go back to that play and be successful.
Botley's got to set his feet and deliver the football. I know you had a guy running right straight up the middle coming after him, but still, you got to set your feet and throw the football.
So 3rd down and 11. 3:08 to go before halftime.
This is a play where you want to pick up anywhere from 6 to 7 yards so you can give yourself a chance on 4th down.
Botley, before he got hit, receiver makes the first defender miss. And going down the sidelines is Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon is going to score a touchdown for the Kittens. Boy, they needed a big play, and they finally got one. Anthony Weatherspoon, his 2nd touchdown catch of the year.
Well, you saw the speed we've been talking about. This is just a little short pass. It's about a 2-yard pass, but watch what happens if you miss a tackle.
Yep.
You're not going to catch these guys.
Coy Terrell missed that tackle, and Weatherspoon takes it to the house.
That's what you need for your Southern Lab. That breathes a little bit life back into your team.
Now they're going to go for 2, trying to keep pace with these Kaplan Pirates. You mentioned that was a 2-yard pass. He threw it like 35 yards, though. I mean, that was a long way
from one hash mark to the other
to get to the Weatherspoon there, who made a nice catch and nice run. Here's the pitch to Asbury. Asbury's going to get into the end zone. So the 2-point conversion is good, and something finally good for the Southern Lab Kittens. Let's look at his throw again.
I mean, it's just a little flat route. Make 1-2 guys miss, break a tackle, and then it just becomes a foot race.
That is the 12th touchdown pass thrown by Botley. And the Kittens, again, they were up 26-12 last week, and then they ended up getting outscored 24-0. And then they got 24-0 start here for Kaplan. So Southern Lab had just had 2 teams score 48 consecutive points on them. That's a tough stretch there for Coach Asbury.
That is tough.
For a program that is just used to winning, getting the 6 state championships, 2021, 2023. There were other championships won by this program when Marcus Randall was the head coach here, but those titles were taken away. But this has been one of the top small school programs in the state for a long time. And I think in the end they're going to be there once again. They're just going through a tough part of their schedule at the moment. Good return across the 35 as you look at the Hampton Automotive scoring drive as Weatherspoon on the 46-yard touchdown catch. Now let's see what Southern Lab can do here defensively. Remember, Kaplan's going to get the ball to begin the second half, so, man, this is where the Pirates can really open this thing up.
Well, you got 2:50 to go before halftime. If you Southern Lab, you've got to get a stop on defense, get something good to happen, get the ball back, and give yourself a chance to possibly get a score before the half.
At the 36-yard line here for Kaplan. Hand off to Dalen Landry, more of the same. Gain of about 4, though, that time. As the tackle was by Randall Johnson. I mean, these trap plays that they're running, Southern Lab, they're getting a little bit better at defending them, but again, they need something at the point of contact. There's a hole every single time they run this trap play.
Well, I think you have to be, when the wing is away from you, you have to be ready for the trap coming back to you.
You just don't know which one's going to get it, either Landry or Beard.
But I think that's the easy read. I think Southern Lab's got to pick that up. Anytime they said that running back in Landry and the wing away from you, know that the trap's coming back to you. Right. So you've got to be ready and settled in there. Don't go up the field. Just settle and look inside for it.
First down again for the Pirates. So we're approaching the 2-minute mark. Kaplan kind of taking their time here. All right, so you got Landry lined up on the right wing.
Well, now the wing is down here at the bottom. 15 is the wing.
They're going to throw. David, there's that pass play you were talking about, Greg, to Dalen Landry, all the way to the 10-yard line. You knew it was coming sooner or later, and boy, did they draw it up well. The 13th completion for David. Oh, Coach Take Latif, mastermind at this stuff.
Well, it doesn't have to be a good pass. He's so wide open. Just throw it out there and let it run under it.
They kind of lulled him to sleep. I was saying, they're breaking out of the huddle, kind of slow. Back to the ground. And back to the end zone. Dalen Landry. Touchdown, Pirates.
It's very rare when you see an offense that fine-tuned and rolling like that. The wings away from him, he comes back to the backside, and there's nobody there.
Yep. And more than a shoulder tackle is going to bring down Dalen Landry. You got to wrap up on that man. Just a clinic here tonight for the Kaplan Pirates. And they go for 2 again.
They go for 2. You got to know where 15 is. He's on the wing.
And he's got it. And Landry, did he get in? I think he did.
He did.
No signal yet. There it is. 2-point conversion is good. And the Kaplan Pirates up 32-8 over Southern Lab. Wow.
They may have scored too fast because Southern Lab had a chance to get a score before halftime.
You're right. You're right. Just impressive. Send it down to Derry Beckwith for an ITI Technical College scoring drive. Your thoughts on this Kaplan offense during the first half, Derry?
Extremely dominant. They're running the very option to perfection. Everyone is doing their job. They're excited to do their job on the sideline. These guys are hyped and pumped up. The offensive linemen are doing their job. Everybody's on one accord. And for Southern Lab offensively, on the last series, they tried to do something different. They had too many people this time at the line of scrimmage, and nobody was in the backfield. That was an easy decision from Kaplan's offensive coordinator to throw that football.
Were you thinking pass there, Derry?
Absolutely. Yeah, I thought pass. I could have scored that, I think. With one knee.
And overhand kick going to be taken from the 16-yard line. On the return across the 35, as that is Denham Hunt. So the Kittens got 1 timeout to work with, and they got 1:16 before half. And remember, Kaplan gets the ball to begin the second half, so if Southern Lab can get another quick strike here, maybe they'll still be in this game.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to put it in the end zone here where they can, at least give the defense a chance to rest, because that defense has been out there a long time.
Botley now over 1,000 yards passing on the season. At the 36-yard line here for Southern Lab. Trying to get everybody set exactly where they need to be. Asbury, the running back. And he gets the carry. Asbury puts his head down and gets about 3 or 4. And he was tackled by Gunnar Bork. Southern Lab quickly getting up to the line of scrimmage here. Asbury might have to get off the field, and he does, as he looks like he injured his right arm. They rush 4. Botley winds up. He's got his receiver, and he just missed him.
Had him open.
Keenan Butler had outrun the defender, Javante Mouton.
You really throw it deep if you overthrow Keenan Butler.
It was a nice looking pass, and he just missed him.
Yep. I think we're going to see that again.
Yeah, might as well. 38 seconds here.
But if you're Southern Lab, you have to realize that the middle of the football field is open. If you throw it about 15 yards down and across the middle, it's open. Right there.
Botley's going to take off with it. He'll get the first down. Now he'll look for more as he's in the open space. Botley turns on the Jets as he gets to the 30. Nice run there for Jerry Botley, the junior QB, all the way up to the 30-yard line. They rushed 5 that time, Greg, and didn't have enough defensive backs there to slow him down.
Well, they had them all spread out, and he was able to just, Botley just tucked in. Big gain, a big gain.
Coy Terrell gets credited on the tackle. That clock is running again. Botley, does he know it?
I think
Southern Lab calls timeout.
Well, I think Southern Lab's going to argue the clock should stop. He was out of bounds.
Yeah, that's exactly what Coach Asbury's wondering. Now he'll gather his team with 16 seconds here. So you got about 2 plays to work with, but that was the last time out for the Kittens. So next week in Baton Rouge for University High and Parkview Baptist. There's a big game in Baton Rouge tonight, Catholic High and Central. Let's see, last update I had on that, Catholic leading at halftime, 21-7. Central is still undefeated on the season. It's a tough matchup there for the Wildcats, though, and looks like the Catholic Bears, who once again had some stumbles early on in the season.
They're kind of righty the ship a little bit.
Right, it's just like they did last year.
Yeah.
Carried them all the way to a state championship victory over Acadiana.
That's a flag!
Flags fly.
Illegal motion.
I'll back them up 5 yards.
Yep.
False start. Offense. Offense. 14.
False start. 7.
False start. Moving towards the line before the snap. Number 14, White.
If I'm Southern Lab here, I'd be complaining to the officials. First of all, the guy ran out of bounds and he let the clock run. Secondly, they took 2 seconds off the clock, and there shouldn't be a play right now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think that's what Coach Asbury, yep, they put 16 on the clock. Botley will run again, running as fast as he can, got tripped up at the 25. They don't have any timeouts, they got to come up and spike it. Can they get another play off here? They got to get everybody set, and they can't. And what a 24 minutes of football for the Kaplan Pirates, taking on the Division IV Select State champions and the Southern Lab Kittens. A very sluggish first half. Derry Beckwith, I believe, has Coach Tank Latif. And let's send it down to the field. Coach and Derry.
Coach Tank, a dominant first half on both sides of the ball. What was the key?
Controlling the line of scrimmage. Try not to give up the big play. We win in the line of scrimmage. Like we thought, that's where we have to. That's the key to our game right there. We have to win the line of scrimmage.
You guys are big up at halftime, 32-8. Sometimes that can be dangerous. What are you going to tell your team at halftime to keep their focus?
Play the next play. Whatever happens to play before, the hell with it. Play the next one because they got the potential, as you see, to score anytime they touch the ball. So, that's what we got to do.
All right, good luck in the second half, Coach. Appreciate you.
And Kaplan will get the ball to begin the second half. They can set the tone. An impressive first half by the Pirates as they find themselves up by 24. This is Game Time on Your View, presented by McDonald's.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99 or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Today, it's not just how much you make that counts, it's how much you keep. At Egan Insurance, protecting your wealth is our major priority, one that comes with a promise that no matter what threatens your wealth, accident, theft, fire, or illness, we'll be there to protect your financial assets just as we have for more than 60 years. Egan Insurance. How those who've made it, keep it.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it.
Boom! Hampton's hot. I bet you there's no better feeling than celebrating a touchdown with a fancy touchdown dance. Why don't you show us a few moves for when we get big settlements?
You just gotta get into it first. You gotta run into it, and you gotta.
I can't do that.
Start putting that arm back there now.
We can call this the diggity shovel.
I like that, the diggity shovel.
Laborde Earls.
Proud partners with Jamal Williams.
Oh, I love commercials.
For over 75 years, the Butcher AC family has helped cool South Louisiana's homes and businesses with high quality, dependable, and professional air conditioning, sales, and service. A clear line of communication with a true voice, gathering your information and dispatching it to our professional team gets you the quick response and comfort of a job well done.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
As a personal injury attorney, I see every single day how injured someone can be in an accident. So that's why I've been so impressed with the features that the GLC has to offer.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
Kaplan leading Southern Lab 32-8. Southern Lab has its big rivalry game next week as they'll be taking on the Kentwood Kangaroos, as that game will be taking place at Mumford Stadium next Friday night. Meanwhile, Kaplan, they will finally get into district play as they'll be facing Abbeville here at home. It'll actually be the final home game of the year for the Kaplan Pirates. Kaplan came into this game in 10th place in the power ratings in the Division III non-select playoffs. You got Erath at number 1, Westlake number 2, St. James, Pine, and Lakeside. And then for Southern Lab, they came into this contest in the power ratings at number 13 with their 3-2 record, as Vermilion Catholic and Ascension Catholic, Catholic Point Capee, Ascension Episcopal, and Covenant Christian are your top 5 teams in Division IV Select. And you get to this point of the year where it's the middle of October, you really start thinking about the playoffs and power ratings and all that stuff. You see the Kaplan Pirate Marching Band is on the field. We will show you their performance. They've been rocking so far during this game, as the Kaplan Pirate Marching Band trying to get everything all set up, especially down along the sidelines, and making sure everything is in the right place, in the right order. But pretty cool uniforms here for the band. Always a fun atmosphere here at Kaplan. It's been a while since game time has been here, but especially when it comes to playoff time, man, they pack this place in, and you get all these fans hanging out outside the fences and stuff. It's a fun environment, and getting very close here to their performance at halftime. All right, let's send it to the LHSAA Network Spotlight while they try to get everything in order down on the sidelines here.
Welcome back to the High School Spotlight. Coach Bree Salisbury has quickly elevated Bird High Volleyball into a winning program. The Yellow Jackets set a school record with 23 wins and a district title in 22, and Bird is number 8 in the latest power rankings for 5A. With returning district MVP Lola Overdyke and a talented roster, 2024 has been a breakout season for Bird.
We came into the season with a goal, and that was just to have a home playoff game, and we've far exceeded that expectation. So we've just evolved and made it game by game what we want to exceed at so far. We have Lola Overdyke. She's a junior. She's a leader on the court. She comes out and is happy to play the game. She's excited to be on the court, and that just translates overall in her play as well as to the players around her. We have Ramsey Hoffpower, who is just wanting to win every point and every ball, and so she just makes everything work.
Bird volleyball has grown a lot since I was here my freshman year. We're just getting new goals every year, to be better than we were in the past. I'm an outside hitter, and I always try to keep a smile on my face when I'm playing because it makes other people happy. And my confidence has grown because as I've gotten older, I've begun to trust myself more.
Definitely our outsides, both Avery Young and Lola Overdyke. They're very aggressive players. They can play very smart. I think also all three of our middles really this year. We have 2 freshmen who are playing middle and Ramsey Hoffpower. I feel like they're just very strategic with where they place balls on the court, and I don't know, it just usually has a good outcome.
The Neville Tigers have started the year unbeaten under new head coach Mike Collins. Collins was promoted from defensive coordinator coming into this year, and his guys have really impressed. But Collins isn't taking all the credit for that.
Well, just from the beginning, obviously we have a whole new staff offensively. And, defensively, pretty much the same guys that were with me when I was in charge of the defense. I think the thing that, I was most concerned with was how we could get them all to work together, because I had a strong group of coaches.
This Friday, the Tigers will take on the undefeated Ruston Bearcats in a matchup between 2 of the state's best. 2 teams that know each other really well, going at it under the lights.
Yeah, I can make that easy. That's real easy. We better be physical in this ball game because, that's their bread and butter, and that's where they're going to make, so to speak, that's where they do their most damage on other teams, is because they're physical for 48 minutes. So if we don't match the physicality in the game, then we will be in for a long night. And, I think that's what we pride ourselves in. That's what they pride themselves in, being a very physical, tough football team. And we got to match their physicality as well.
We're joined now by the winner of the 2023 LHSAA Prep Classic Poster Contest, Lillian Johnson of West Monroe High School. Lillian, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
What was it like last year when your artwork was awarded the grand prize?
Last year when I was awarded the grand prize, I was very shocked. When I found out, my art teacher gave me a call, and I kind of teared up a little bit because I didn't think my artwork could be a part of something so big. And it was kind of like really cool to be recognized for something like that in North Louisiana, because West Monroe is kind of smaller, but it was really cool because they picked me, and I was really proud of myself.
Were you and your family able to come to New Orleans and accept the award at the Superdome? What was it like?
Yes. So they provided a hotel room for us, and I was able to bring my whole family down there and go on the field. And I was really excited, and everyone there was super supportive and took care of us really well. Even the people in the stands there to just watch a game were clapping and cheering for me when I got out on the field, and they were just really proud, and they didn't even know me. So I thought that was really cool.
For more information on the contest and how to submit your artwork, log on to lhsaa.org. Thanks for joining us this week. We'll see you next time right here on the High School Spotlight.
Beautiful performance here by the Kaplan High Marching Band, and their football team is really good too. 32-8 over Southern Lab. We'll be back after this.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you in Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a 4th branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
This time in the car gives me a few extra minutes with these two.
They said a car loan with your credit wasn't possible, but you found a new road to get there.
These little moments mean everything to me.
Hope makes it happen. With credit-building resources and personal support, Hope Credit Union's tailored loan solutions make your life better, no matter your income or credit. Brighter futures begin with hope.
Sabe David's dad making this meatball stew here before the game. Man, oh man, we got to get some of that at the end of the game. We're going to take another break. When we come back, highlights and stats from Kaplan.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99 or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it. Good job. Good job.
Bring it higher.
Turn it up, boy. Get it done.
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs. I'm fixing to celebrate in flavor. Be king of grill night. And best of all, I'm fixing to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
We've known you for a few years now, so let's do kind of a lightning round.
Think of it as a 2-minute drill, but with questions.
Ooh, okay.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Spicy or mild?
Spicy.
Crawfish or shrimp?
Boiled crawfish.
Your favorite holiday?
Mardi Gras for sure.
You've been hurt in an accident. What's the next thing that you do?
That's a no-brainer. Call the board Earls at all 7s.
Bonus question.
Favorite attorney, David
or Digger?
I plead the 5th.
Well played.
Wise choice.
From upstream and midstream to downstream and renewables, you can count on Danos. The world needs energy, and we deliver. Visit danos.com today.
Halftime winding down for the Kaplan Pirates and the Southern Lab Kittens in a first half that was dominated by Kaplan. Jeff Lerma along with Greg Bowser as Kaplan just took it to Southern Lab from the very first few plays, and they never let their foot off the gas.
They never let up. One of the things they did was just run the football, and they were successful at doing that all night. That veer was working, and they just kept pounding it inside. So hats off to Kaplan's offensive line for taking control of the football game. If you're Southern Lab on the other side, you've got to figure out a way to get this thing stopped, and they haven't figured it out yet in the first half. Let's hope they made some adjustments at halftime.
Yeah, they need to figure out something here because Dalen Landry and Wyatt Hebert have been running all over them here tonight, and that offensive line for Kaplan has just pushed off that Southern defensive line. Anthony Weatherspoon, the lone touchdown for the Kittens in that first half on the catch and run here. That got them on the scoreboard, but Kaplan able to score again right before halftime. And let's take a look at your first half stats here. Highlights and stats brought to you by Laborde Earls Injury Attorneys. Call all sevens or visit onmyside.com. Domination even on the stat sheet.
Well, the game looks, just the stats look exactly like we thought it would. You look at Kaplan, 232 yards rushing. That's their kind of a football game.
We'll take a break. Second half kickoff as Coach Lotief's team is in control, and they will get the ball when we come back on Game Time.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
There are many signs to help protect us from harm, to warn us from harming ourselves, or prevent us from harming others. But sometimes the best sign is the one that protects you from things you never knew or even thought would hurt you. Egan Insurance, the sign of quality insurance protection since 1954.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night, and best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Laborde Earls Injury Lawyers, on your side. Hope Credit Union. Brighter futures begin with hope. ITI Technical College, your key to a better life.
Nix Refrigeration, your comfort specialist.
Trav Chevrolet in Homa, where we're always on your side. Catch every game live or on demand at watch.yourview.com. Follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram.
Second half kickoff here from Kaplan High. The Pirates up 32-8. Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, and Derry Beckwith as Gannon Smith gets it across the 30, and that's where the Pirates will take over to begin the second half action.
We get to see what adjustments the Kittens made on the defensive side. They can't get this Kaplan offense stopped.
Yeah, I mean, they had time to really try to dissect things and figure out things here, but I think it really just starts with them being just more physical on that line of scrimmage, Greg.
Yeah, they've got to attack the offensive lineman in front of them and stop them from all pulling and trapping. But if you sit there and try to read it, you're going to get trapped and the ball's going to go right past you.
Wyatt Hebert in the backfield here for the Kaplan Pirates. And again, they go to the wing back and more of the same. About a 5 or 6 yards on the carry. Amir Franklin Sanders, one of the defenders there, to make the tackle on Dale and Landry. Landry and Hebert very, very effective thanks to that offensive line. I mean, after every single play, when you watch the body language of that Southern Lab defense, just you can tell they're just absolutely frustrated.
They just can't get it stopped. I mean, they
And Kaplan, they're going to take their time, too. I mean, that was a long huddle there. They're already down to 13 seconds on the play clock. David surveying the defense. That's Beard in motion. They give it to the fullback, and he's still on his feet as Hebert all the way to the 45. Let's get Derry Beckwith in from on this ITI Technical College sideline update, and Derry, more of the same here for Kaplan to begin the second half.
It is. Talking to Coach Osbury at halftime for Southern Lab, it's all about pride defensively. Are you going to get off a block and make a play? If not, you're going to continue to get blocked into the sugarcane fields. It's that simple.
Yeah. I mean, it's the second straight week where obviously we saw Riverside and Dedrick Lasty. It's kind of the same thing here. Once again, the defense just not getting off the block and making a tackle. As that first down brought to you by Resources for Human Development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Landry for about 3. There's been only one tackle for a loss from this Southern Lab defense.
You mentioned it, Jeff, about one thing that they're doing is the offense is just taking their time.
Yeah.
Not in a hurry.
Well, David walking back to the huddle. We heard from Coach Latif as he was going into the locker room. He knows the quick strike scoring potential for Southern Lab. And with 10 seconds on that play clock, they finally get set. Gain of a couple. Coaching staff for Kaplan thought Southern Lab lined up offsides.
Well, it did look like they were in the neutral zone, but I think the Southern Lab team has to really settle down defensively and decide, hey, we're going to play football. And get off the block, run to the football.
Well, they can make a statement here on 3rd down and 4.
I think if you're Kaplan, you're going to try to draw them off sides. It's been working for you all day, so all night, so why quit now?
Good, nice run there, close to a first down. Well, it might depend on the measurement here. I think he might be a little short based on the yardstick on the far side, and they are signaling 4th down as Hebert stopped just shy of that first down.
Yeah, 4th and about 1. That's a good job defensively. Saw all the yellow hats coming forward, going toward the line of scrimmage. That's what you got to do if you Southern Lab. You've got to attack that offensive line.
Jarius Harris, one of the linebackers for Southern Lab, made the tackle. No-brainer here, 4th and short. Kaplan will go for it.
See if they can draw them off sides here.
First down, not by much, as Hebert leaps across the line of scrimmage to get the first down, and they'll move the chains. And that is another first down brought to you by Resources for Human Development. Together we're better, together we're RHD.
Big key down here. You don't want them to pick up 5 yards on first down. That's what Kaplan's been doing all night. Pick up at least 5 yards on first down. Makes it easy to call the rest of the offense.
Landry gashing him again for about 7. Jarius Harris on another tackle, but again, nobody really getting off the blocks, and it's up to Harris, the linebacker, to come up and make a play.
It's amazing how Kaplan's just methodically kind of moving it down the field, no hurry.
drive already has taken about 5 minutes off the clock. Exactly what Kaplan wanted to do from the 38-yard line. They're going to throw. David's got all day, lost one downfield, and a flag flies. Amir Franklin Sanders is going to be called for the penalty as they try to get the ball to Gannon Smith.
Similar to the play where Southern Lab did get the offensive pass interference call.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 1. Defensive pass interference. Number 1. Called by the back judge.
Good call. He grabbed him.
Yep.
And, he didn't have to, but he just reached out and grabbed him.
And now we have a Southern Lab kitten who's down on the ground. So they tend to him. And that will take us to a break. This is Game Time on Your View, presented by McDonald's. Kaplan marching again.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a fourth branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it.
Boom! Hampton's hot.
That's Sammy Ethelhack, once again injured for Southern Lab. We saw he needed assistance to come off the field earlier in this game, actually in the first half. So it's great to see him back out on the field, but he's still struggling out there as he'll get back to the sidelines, and we'll see if he'll be able to return as Kaplan just still moving the football down the field. We sent it down to the field for an ITI Technical College sideline report, and Derry Beckwith. Kaplan's still doing the same thing here. Have you seen any kind of a difference from Southern Lab as they try to counter this wing team?
No, the defensive linemen, they're standing straight up when they come off the ball. You cannot do that. If I'm them as a D lineman or even as a defensive coach, I'm trying to slant these guys to muddy up this offensive lineman, maybe cause a foul. But with them just coming straight off the ball, standing straight up, they have no luck doing that at all.
At the 23-yard line here, they run kind of a jet sweep to Dalen Landry, and he's hit as he got across the 25. Amir Franklin Sanders came up and make the play. Gain of another 3 or 4 yards here for the Pirates. They're mixing it up a little bit here is Kaplan.
Yeah, just a little different change of pace there. But, to Darius' point, one of the things you can do on the defensive side if you're Southern Lab is if you want to slant the line, you slant the line to that wing back. Whenever you see that wing, you want to slant it that way, or you can slant it back the other way and let him catch up with the play. But if you slant it at that wing back, you're going to probably disrupt what's going on.
Hebert, the running back. Beard, the wing back to the near side. Landry to the far side. Landry's in motion. And they hand it off to Landry. Landry gets inside the 20. Jaron Smith, a first-team All-State player from a year ago, in on the tackle. And they are inside the red zone. The Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures. Begin with hope.
Big 3rd down and 4 for Southern Lab if you can get it stopped here.
It's a long 4, too. Breaking tackles is Landry, and he's got the first down to the 12-yard line.
They were in position to make the tackle, just couldn't get him to the ground.
So a first down and 10 at the 13, and just textbook drive here for Kaplan when you're already up by 24 to just not giving Southern Lab an opportunity here at all.
No, and Kaplan's taking their time in the huddle, running the clock down. This drive is going to be well over 6 minutes.
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Yeah. They still can pick up another first down, too.
And if you're watching what they're doing, they're letting the play clock get under 10 seconds before they take the snap.
Now, right now, we're at 21 seconds, so they'll just stand around, look at the surroundings.
Just let it tick down, and then they'll
somehow the play clock. Yeah, how did that happen? I don't know why the play clock got reset like that. I mean, Southern Lab is like, are you kidding me? There's still 22 seconds left here. Yeah, they got to figure that out. Something happened there.
Did they automatically go to a running clock or what?
I don't think so. I don't think so. So Mike Benoit and his crew got to figure this one out.
Got to put some time back on the clock.
Yeah, they should put some time on the clock. Let's send it down to the field, and Terry Beckwith has an update on the Southern Lab defense.
Yeah, one of Southern Lab defenders got sent to the bus. The coach apparently was extremely frustrated with him. He was frustrated. And this offense from Kaplan is making the whole Southern Lab defense discombobulated.
Yeah, man, it's hate to hear something like that, but it's been that kind of night for Southern Lab. Again, running off the right side. Wyatt Hebert inside the 10. Jaden Thomas on the tackle.
Second down, 6.
I know that the Southern Lab defense is frustrated. They didn't figure out how to get this thing stopped.
No.
And the other side of it is offensively, they haven't really been able to hit the big play.
No.
They got it one time, but that was about it. Yeah. And they can't run the ball.
No. They haven't been able to come close to forcing a turnover. The ball hasn't hit the ground at all. Nothing to lift the spirits of this Southern Lab team that came in with a 2-game losing streak. Another quick hitter. And down to the 1-yard line. That's another first down. Wyatt Hebert.
Number 24, Hebert on the carry. Tackled by number 15.
I don't think I've ever seen many teams who get the opening second half kickoff and take 9 minutes off the clock.
Yeah. Terry Beckwith, this reminds you of your Parkview Baptist days. Kenny Guillotte would do the same thing, wouldn't he?
It does. Look, this offense brings back so many memories. I have nightmares about this offense because I had to go against it every single day in practice, but it made us a better team and made me a better player. It is a tough offense to defend, and especially with a short week like that, it's hard to defend.
First and goal from the 1. But I would remember Kenny Guillotte, he could get a ball at the beginning of the quarter and do the exact same thing here. Take 9 minutes off the clock, and that does it. Touchdown, Wyatt Hebert. What a drive by the Kaplan Pirates. 38-8.
I'll tell you, that's a statement drive.
Oh, that is. Southern Lab, any thoughts of trying to get back in this game been dashed.
Yep. That means you're only going to get one possession probably in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. If you can't stop this offense, and they haven't come close. I mean, there's been a couple of fourth down and shorts, but they haven't come really close. Hebert will finish it off with the 2-point conversion, and it's 40-8. 2:45 to go in the third. When people see this score around the state, it's going to raise some eyebrows. This is Game Time on Your View.
West Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you in Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today. At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it. Good job. Good job.
Bring it higher.
Turn it up, boy. Get it done.
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
Another Hampton Automotive scoring drive. Hampton has it. Wyatt Hebert finishing off the 9-minute plus drive. 13 plays, 70 yards. Unbelievable.
Over 9 minutes on that drive.
Yep.
Talk about ball control.
Yeah,
man.
that's. Well, I don't know really what Southern Lab does here. Now, it really is about just playing for pride. I mean, Kaplan scores another touchdown and a 2-point conversion, then you're talking about a running clock against a program like Southern Lab. That shouldn't happen. As that ball gets into the end zone. Everything going right tonight for Kaplan. Great job there on the kickoff by Gannon Smith.
Well, Southern Lab's got to be, the offense hadn't done very much again like tonight as we talked about, but it's a matter of pride now. You got to come out and at least put forth a great effort and see if you can't get at least one score.
What a great run to the Dome by this Kittens team a season ago. They defeated Kentwood 33-31 for the District 6-1-8 championship, and then later rallied from a 19-point deficit against Washita Christian in the semifinals, winning that game over OCS 38-34. That was a game that featured 3 touchdowns in the last 5 minutes and 46 seconds. And one of the guys that they, of course, are missing is Dylan Day, who's at Miami now. And this pass is complete to Hunt. Hunt looking to try to get upfield, steps out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And then, of course, in the state championship game, Riverside jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but then Southern Lab scored 27 unanswered points, only to see the Rebels counter with 21 unanswered points before the Kittens scored on back-to-back 4th down touchdowns, thanks to Jerome Harris, the running back. But this Southern Lab team here tonight, not championship caliber. Not to say that it can't be by the end of the year. Little dump off here, and this is, looks like that could have been a big play there.
Yeah, he just stumbled. If he had lost his foot, he looked like he would go for a long way.
Marquez Williams on the catch.
Williams did a good job on getting up the field.
Yes, he did. Gunnar Bork on the tackle, 2nd down and 4.
I don't know if that goes as a pass because he threw it almost behind him.
Yeah. That might have been one of their best running plays of the night.
Yeah.
Botley to throw. Another heave-ho down the field, and that time it's caught. They tried that a few times, and they haven't been able to connect, but that time Denham Hunt does make the catch up to the 35-yard line, and Southern Lab quickly trying to get up to the line of scrimmage. Coiterio on the tackle. Botley's got a good arm. He has shown it off here tonight. Hasn't been particularly accurate at times, but
he's got some good receivers. If he can just get him the football. Yep. That's been the big thing. They haven't been able to get him the football.
Another one of those rush plays where you throw it behind, and on the carry is Williams. Let's take a look at this long pass play again.
He just turned it loose.
Vermillion Catholic leading Ascension Episcopal 42-27. in the second half. And the Screaming Eagles looking to stay undefeated. They look really good this season with Jonathan D'Artes as their quarterback. Another long pass downfield, and it's a touchdown for the Kittens. Denham Hunt got behind the defensive back. And finally another touchdown here for the Kittens as he beat Cassidy Roy for the score. And Southern Lab fans are saying that's what we were expecting here tonight.
Just not enough of it.
No. I tell you, that Denham Hunt kid.
He's got some speed, man. He's got some wheels.
You got to figure out a way to get him the ball a lot. Asbury's the running back, though. Botley runs into his own guy, and a great job by the Kaplan defense again. Shutting down that run game. It's been non-existent here tonight as Jacob DeVos makes the tackle. Let's look at this pass play again.
This is one where Botley just talks back and throw it as far as you can.
Yep.
That's been the best play of the night.
Right. So 40-14 is our score. And going into this game, Greg, I was wondering how Southern Lab would be able to handle Kaplan's physicality that they bring, because it's just so tough. You just don't see these kind of offenses anymore. Long bus ride. There's just a lot of things that can go wrong. And you've already lost 2 in a row, but to think that Southern Lab would be down by 26 as you go in the fourth quarter, that was furthest thing from my mind.
Yeah, they just, just came out and just couldn't get anything going.
No.
And then this Kaplan offense, man, they were just blowing open holes, and once it starts rolling downhill, it's hard to stop.
Now you might as well just go for the onside kick.
No, I think you kick it in the end zone. I think you kick it deep. If you give them that field position.
Well, the problem is
you're not going to get the ball back either way.
Yeah, so you might as well give them a short field if you're gonna give them the ball back.
I agree. Okay, you got me. You talked me into it. Onside kicking and hope you can get it there. If you can't get it there, at least you get it back by the time you get it in the end zone.
Yeah, right. There you go, onside kick. Nice job, the hands team handling it there. Braden Beard able to handle it. There you take a look at the Hampton Automotive scoring drive. Denham Hunt, the touchdown catch. As Botley has 2 touchdown passes here tonight to give him 13 on the season. And for Denham Hunt, that is the 5th time he's been able to get into the end zone receiving. And now Coach Latif's offense hits the field again. And can Southern Lab do anything to stop it? So far, they've not. Every time Kaplan has had the ball here tonight, they have scored a touchdown. And they wanted to win the time of possession, and they have won it by a landslide so far here tonight.
Just wanted to control the line of scrimmage, and he's been able to do that.
Amen to carry.
That low risk offense, it's hard to get it stopped once it gets going, because there's no chance of an interception.
No.
And they handle the ball so well on the handoff so that you don't get the fumbles.
Again, you're looking at 3 senior running backs here in Beard, Landry, and Hebert. And these guys, they've been running this offense for a while. I know Tink Latif is back for his first season here, but these guys just look like they've been running this their whole entire lives, and just a well-oiled machine here tonight. They do have to snap it. It's very close between the play clock and the game clock, so they'll snap it. And they're going to get another first down as Wyatt Hebert gets up to the 40-yard line. Each team scored a touchdown in the third quarter. That's the bad news for Southern Lab. For Kaplan, their opening drive of this quarter took over 9 minutes. That's really good for them. We got 12 more minutes to go. The Southern Lab Kittens wanted to put on an air show here tonight, but that's about all they've been able to do, throwing the football, as it's been all Kaplan.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99, or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I bet you there's no better feeling than celebrating a touchdown with a fancy touchdown dance. Why don't you show us a few moves for when we get big settlements?
You just gotta get into it first. You gotta run into it, and you gotta. I can't do that. Start putting that arm back there now.
We can call this the diggity shovel.
I like that, the diggity shovel.
Laborde Earls, proud partners with Jamal Williams.
I love commercials.
For over 75 years, the Butcher AC family has helped cool South Louisiana's homes and businesses with high quality, dependable, and professional air conditioning, sales, and service. A clear line of communication with a true voice, gathering your information and dispatching it to our professional team gets you the quick response and comfort of a job well done.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
I'm fixing to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night, and best of all, make fond memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Find us online or in a grocery store near you, and get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
40-14 as we begin the fourth quarter from Kaplan High School in Vermilion Parish. A textbook performance here tonight by Coach Tank Latif's team, and the fans from Kaplan have enjoyed every moment of it here tonight as they have handled the defending champs in Division 4 Select. Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, and Derry Beckwith with you as Save David leads the Kaplan Pirates out there. They have scored on every possession, has Kaplan. Southern Lab, a couple of long touchdown passes, and that's pretty much it for them here tonight. As they get a few more yards here, as they pick up 3 or 4, as Landry gets the carry. Let's get Derry Beckwith back involved here on the ITI Technical College sideline report. Derry, what, as a defender, what's the hardest thing about going up against this type of an offense, since you saw it so many times in practice at Parkview Baptist?
It's one of those things where when you can't stop it, there's nothing you can do about it, and it's frustrating. So right now, that's the position that the Southern Lab defense is in. They can't stop it. You can't stop this offense. There's nothing you can do. It's demoralizing to you because you try so hard, you practice it. And like you guys mentioned, they're not used to going against an offense like this. Everybody's running the spread now. So when they go to a veer, it's hard to kind of game plan for it, and right now they're extremely frustrated on the Southern Lab defense.
Pick up about 3 or 4, and yeah, you're asking your offense, Southern Lab's scout team trying to replicate the precision of this offense in practice. It's almost impossible.
Well, and plus you can't simulate the physicality of the offense either. I mean,
yeah.
You're talking about a quick snaps coming right off the line of scrimmage, people, in traps and kicking people out. That's hard to duplicate in practice.
3rd down and 4. Finally, they shoot the gap, and they made a stop at the line of scrimmage. Jarius Harris making the tackle. We've been waiting to see that all night. And they got and there is a Kaplan player down on the ground. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back. I think that's Save David. We'll be back after this.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Hampton Toyota. Hampton has it. Make some epic memories this football season with cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that signature Cane sauce. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. Resources for human development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics. Discover the Quest difference. Now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it!
Boom! Hampton's hot.
That was Wyatt Bork, who was down on the ground. Looked like he had some sort of an ankle foot injury. So he limped off the sidelines, and he's an important two-way player for this Kaplan Pirates team. So 4th down, can they finally stop Kaplan? They have yet to force the Pirates to turn it over on downs or to punt. This team hardly ever punts, by the way.
Let's just hope they don't get aggressive and jump off sides with all the motion and shifting going on.
Whoa. What's we got here? Coach Latif's got a timeout coming. They almost had him.
No, I think they did have him. I think he wanted him to wind the clock because the timeout was because of an injury.
Yeah, that's true.
And once the injury came off, the clock should have been moving.
That's a good point. Now the clock is moving, and here's the shifting, and you're going to see the hard count from David. 12 seconds.
Is he going to run a play?
He'll call timeout here. Try to milk as much time off that clock.
And try to get him to jump off sides.
Yeah. I still think they go for it.
Yeah, they don't punt the ball here. You go for it.
But you're just trying to get as much time off the clock there as you possibly can.
You know, this is going to be interesting to see if this happens. It may not have a big impact on the game, but the player that got hurt, number 7, he got hurt, came off the field.
Yeah.
There was not a play run, so he can't go back in.
Right.
We'll see if they put him back in.
Let's take a look at the drive of the game, brought to you by Trapp Chevrolet. Trapp Chevrolet in Houma, where we're always on your side. It's that 9-minute plus drive to open up the second half. It was a thing of beauty.
It was the first possession of the second half for either team, and Kaplan takes it and drives it all the way in for a touchdown. Eats over 9 minutes on the clock. First time I've ever seen a team be able to do that.
Just a mixture of Wyatt Hebert and Dalen Landry going back and forth.
No passes, didn't throw the ball at all, just ran it the whole time.
Yeah. All right, on 4th and 4. Kaplan has converted a couple times on 4th down, but it's been short. It's short down and distance. This is the longest down and distance that they faced. And they're going to throw over the middle. And it's knocked away at the last second.
Good defensive play right there. A really good defensive play.
That is Michael Plummer, who got a hand up to knock it away. And the Kittens get the ball back.
Michael Plummer does a good job of reading the wide receiver. He's running step for step with him, and he never turns around. But when he reaches his hands up, he just slaps it away.
Well, it hasn't been a much defense here tonight, but this is going to be our defensive play of the game.
You watch Plummer, he just watch the receiver. When the receiver hands goes up, just swat at it and got the ball out of there.
The defensive play of the game brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Progress and performance that never stands still. Kittens back on offense. And a swing pass that is going to result in a first down. As again, getting the football out of the backfield for Southern Lab is Marquez Williams. And that is an RSD first down. Brought to you by Resources for Human Development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. At the 44-yard line here for Southern Lab. Getting away from the pressure is Botley. Botley will finally run out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Chased out of bounds by Taven Housen.
Not before picking up a first down, though. Botley does a good job. He wants to go deep with the ball and get some little pressure. It's a good job of just getting away from the defense and picking up a first down here.
And that is another RHD first down. Resources for Human Development. At the 46-yard line. Botley throws it, completes it Marquez Williams warming up here in the second half. Very close to a first down on that reception.
I think he's going to be about a yard short.
Yep. That time, Kaplan brought about 6 on a delayed blitz. Botley recognized it and got the ball to Marquez Williams quickly, who Williams only had 5 catches coming into this game, but he's made a couple grabs here in the second half. It's Asbury in the backfield here on the second down and a long one. He'll stay in the block. Botley going deep again, and he misses his man.
Botley's been more effective offensively in this second half when they shorten the routes.
Right.
Not necessarily going for the deep ball, just shorten up the routes and letting his receivers get the ball in their hands, then they make things happen.
Was looking for Keenan Butler downfield. It's incomplete, so third down.
See if they can pick up this first down.
They have not been able to run the ball at all tonight other than scrambles from Botley.
Yeah, I don't think, you know, at this point you're going to have to throw it every down.
There's some big hits by these linebackers from Kaplan. Here's Asbury. That's a good run off the left side. Across the 35. He ran up, though, on the back, and he got 2 kittens down now. I think Asbury's been bothered with an injury here all night tonight. We saw him earlier, what looked to be some kind of an arm or shoulder injury, and there he fell on it. And he is still on the ground while Marquez Williams looks like he is okay. We'll take another timeout. 8:30 to go with Kaplan leading by 26.
Today, it's not just how much you make that counts. It's how much you keep. At Egan Insurance, protecting your wealth is our major priority. One that comes with a promise that no matter what threatens your wealth, accident, theft, fire, or illness, we'll be there to protect your financial assets just as we have for more than 60 years. Egan Insurance. How those who've made it, keep it.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Back in Kaplan, Southern Lab is driving. Asbury tried to come back out on the field after being taken off on the field. They called the injury timeout for him, so he's not able to do that. So he's got to go back. Botley, another deep pass. And what a grab in the end zone. That was something else there. Beautiful catch by Desmond Hunt. And the Kittens score again here in the second half.
So much for shortening the routes.
This Denham Hunt kid is something else.
I mean, he's just running right past him.
So they'll go for 2.
Hunt says that'll show him for putting man-to-man coverage on me.
Yeah. And again, this was what Darryl Asbury was hoping to take advantage. He just thought that his wide receivers could beat the Kaplan defensive secondary, and when it's occurred, it looks like they could do it all the time. Let's get to our Guidry's catfish catch of the game, and of course, it's this grab here by Denham Hunt.
Good job of tracking the football and going up and getting it with both hands. That's good. That's really solid wide receiver play right there.
Catch of the day brought to you by Guidry's Catfish, feeding your family like ours since 1976. Well, another onside kick opportunity here as Southern Lab is starting to make this game look a little bit more respectable, and your Hampton Automotive scoring drive, 6 plays, 66 yards, took about 90 seconds to do. And Hunt into the end zone for the second time here tonight. Botley has thrown 3 touchdown passes. No turnovers for either team tonight.
Well, for Kaplan, you know, they're not going to put the ball in the air very much, so
yeah,
you're not going to get any turnovers, and they do a great job of hanging on to the football.
So another onside kick opportunity here. And again, handled very well by Kaplan. Ended up kicking it right to Remy Broussard. And the Pirates will take over at the 47. And they'll try to milk the final 8 minutes of this one. Coach Latif does not want this one to get interesting.
No, because he kept talking to us about how quickly the Southern Lab team can strike.
Derry Beckwith with an ITI Technical College sideline report. Derry, these wide receivers for Southern Lab are pretty good.
They're really good. I think after this game, they're going to look back on this film and realize, man, they had a lot of missed opportunities. I think that time, last series, their quarterback finally got settled. They had some intermediate throws that he hit, and obviously when you hit intermediate throws, you can hit the deep ball. So they have a lot to look forward to for the next week to go in and work on some things. But to go down and get some scores in the second half, I think they should be proud of the way they're finishing this game.
They got Kentwood coming up next. That's the big rivalry, obviously, between Southern Lab and Kentwood. And Kaplan saved David, gets the play call. The clock is stopped at 8 minutes. I'm not exactly sure why. There they start it. And the play clock is just starting, so Kaplan's going to sit in their huddle here for a while.
Well, they didn't start the clock. The game clock's not running.
Game clock's still not running. The referee's saying run it.
Now he gets going.
Well, they're going to stand. They got 32 seconds here on the play clock, so they're going to stand around for a while. Dalen Landry has 3 rushing touchdowns here tonight. Wyatt Hebert has 2. Kaplan has scored 5 touchdowns. They have scored on 5 of its 6 possessions.
This was a textbook showing of how to run the football and run that field.
Right.
How to run.
I think Southern Lab's going to use a timeout here, maybe. So your hot, cool play of the game brought to you by Butcher AC, Butcher Air Conditioning, a name you can trust. How about this pass to Dalen Landry? Beautiful play here. Save David hitting Dalen Landry for the big pass play to set up another Pirates touchdown. That is the longest play of the game for Kaplan.
You know, this Kaplan team really reflects their head coach.
Yes, they do.
The toughness. I mean, he preaches that all the time. Toughness. It's got to be tough. You got to finish. You got to finish. You got to be out there. And he does a good job. And you can see it in the football team, the way he plays.
Again, Kaplan came into tonight number 10 in the power ratings. ERAF number 1, Westlake 2, St. James 3, Pine out of Washington Parish 4, Lakeside 5, Gina 6, Sterlington 7, Kinder 8, Union Parish 9, and then Kaplan at 10. Church Point 11, and Oak Grove, the two-time defending state champion Tigers, they're at number 12. Eventually they'll probably move up there a little bit as Oak Grove has played a really tough non-district schedule. They've got a loss this season, but they'll certainly be a force to reckon with. Run off the right side on 3rd down. That's a first down for Dalen Landry. So Southern Lab, who had called a timeout, hoping maybe
they get a stop.
Yeah. But again, just running the ball hard off that right side. Looks like Alexander Williams made the tackle there for Southern Lab. Kaplan, Erath. That's going to be a huge game. Nice run here off to the left side. Save David, his first rush of the game. Ends up picking up a first down. Isaac Middleton finally chased him down. Isaac Milliken on the tackle, and there is another Southern Lab player down with an injury. The only loss for ERAF this season was to Vermilion Catholic, 41-34. And Vermilion Catholic wins again to go to 7-0. 49-24 win over Ascension Episcopal. And that's the only loss for Kaplan, a 23-6 loss to Ascension Episcopal. Again, for Kaplan, they got Abbeville next week, Erath, and then St. Martinville. So 3 tough opponents coming up in that Week 9 matchup at Erath. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of eyes on that one. So they finish off the district play with, or the finish off the regular season with district play. Now remember, Kaplan last year, they started 7-1. The victory here tonight's going to get them 5-1. They're going to be certainly looking to try to finish strong here. Abbeville and St. Martinville, they're having tough seasons this year. The two of them combined just have 1 win on the year.
The thing about Kaplan is I think if they just stay healthy,
I
think they're going to be fine.
Yeah, I don't know what would happen if they lost a guy like Landry or Hebert or even any of these key guys on the offensive line as well. I mean, we saw Wyatt Bork go down with an injury, or at least was out there for a little bit, but I see him back on the field now.
In the game.
So, yeah, they really can't afford. That's the thing that Coach Lateef came into this season worried about. Does he have enough depth?
Especially on his offensive line.
Yeah.
Because the way that offensive line, it's a physical type of play, so they're going to have to be ready for that.
We'll be ready next Friday in Baton Rouge for Parkview Baptist versus U High. As those two district rivals in the city of Baton Rouge will battle it out next Friday night on the Game Time Yearview Game of the Week presented by McDonald's. U High is #1 in Division II Select. I tell you, these defensive linemen for Southern Lab, Jaden Thomas, the latest. Seems like nearly every guy in that defensive line has had to leave the game for an injury every now and then. First and 10 at the 24. Here for Kaplan as we resume action.
Wow.
Parkview Baptist winning easily tonight over Collegiate BR, 53-0. Good tune-up for them as they get ready to play the Cubs. U High winning big over Glen Oaks.
What do you think of that Parkview U High game? What you got?
Well, Dylan Moses, I believe, is out, right? I don't think he's playing. So that this is, I don't know, just looking at the scores and watching some of the highlights with U High, I don't know if they've been as impressive as people thought they would be this year. They lost to Rommel. That was a tight game. But they beat Catholic in overtime. But some of their other scores haven't been blowing people completely out. Yeah, they only beat Woodlawn 3-0. Woodlawn's I saw Woodlawn won tonight. 29-12 over St. Paul's. That's a good win. Division I select school. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, U High is certainly one of the best teams in the city of Baton Rouge, and a chance to get to the state championship. Andy Martin's one of the best head coaches in the area. Madison Prep's really having a nice season. Started off 0-3, a big win against Southern Lab last week. A good tackle there going down low on Dalen Landry. Coming up and making the hit was Jarius Harris.
That's a good example of linebackers coming downhill. I mean, he's just going to run, go get the ball carrier. Don't let him come to you.
Just needed a lot more than that.
Early, a lot more earlier.
Yeah. I mean, Southern Lab defensively early on in this game, just very little resistance against this Kaplan offense. Under 4.5 to go before this one is all said and done. Now we have another whistle. I think we got a timeout, Southern Lab. The LHSA Network game of the week next week will be Southern Lab and Kentwood. Had that game last year. Southern Lab won it at the very end.
You know, we're talking about the Southern Lab defense. This is a tough team to play, but this,
right.
You know, Kaplan has run 58, almost 60 plays.
Wow,
in this game. So the defense has been out there for a long time.
Yeah, that's a lot. You're talking about a 48-minute game too.
Yeah.
Cordelius Blunt is the new head coach at Kaplan, or he's in his first year as he took over for Jonathan Foster, who was on Coach Foster's staff for 10 years.
I think the fans are getting a little restless. They're telling Southern Lab, don't call timeout. It's cold out here.
Yep, fall has arrived finally in South Louisiana. It took a while, but it's here.
I think October's weather is one of the greatest part of the year.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. Good run here by Beerb. Every now and then you sneak in Braden Beerb, and he usually does something good for you. That's why he came into this game averaging 6.5 yards a carry to the senior, over 200 pounds. And again, outstanding job on that left side of the line. Carter Petrie, the tight end, pushing people around. Another first down. As they've made it inside the red zone, the Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures begin with hope. Under 4 minutes to go.
This is Kaplan's version of taking a knee.
Yeah, it is. Wyatt Hebert, another carry.
And we'll be under 3 minutes when they snap the snap.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Only a gain of a yard, and just winning first down has been so huge. And when you play a team like this that's limited when it comes to throwing, if you can't win first down, you don't have a chance. And that's exactly what happened here for Southern Lab.
You have to put them behind the chains. Once they get behind the chains, you force them to get outside of that comfort zone.
Hebert finds a little seam up the right side, and he's inside the 5-yard line.
Watch Hebert, just a straight kind of a lead play where you just turn around, hand it to him behind the fullback, and picks up almost the first down. They give him the first down.
First and goal at the 4. Coach Lateef says run it again, right? Just keep running the football.
He's got 20 seconds on the play clock. His quarterback's going to get tired from just running from the huddle and off the field. Southern Lab in the second half, time of possession, 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
Just a little bit of a dive play there. I don't know. Looks like maybe Kaplan
didn't get in.
Yeah, I don't know if they're really trying to get it in. They really, at this point, they do not have to. I mean, they can run 4 plays, and the clock can run out.
Yeah, I think this is where you start taking a knee.
Yeah.
Next, when you get in the victory formation, just take a knee.
Oh, a fumbled snap. First time we've seen the ball on the ground all night long.
And I think he was trying to take a knee.
And only, what, maybe the second negative offensive play all night? That's crazy.
Yeah, I think he was trying to look like he was trying to just take a knee and go down.
Zaid Richmond nearly got the football for Southern Lab. Under a minute to go. As the Kaplan Pirates will improve to 5-1. Southern Lab now a 3-game losing streak. They'll fall to 3-3. Had a 15-game winning streak heading into that game against Denham Springs a couple weeks ago. Lost there. Could not hold a lead in the fourth quarter. A double-digit lead to Madison Prep. And then here tonight, they lose by 20 to the Kaplan Pirates. Great win for Coach Loteep, 151st in his career.
They lose by 20, but I think when you look back at this game and the coaches, Southern Lab coaches, look at the way that they lost, I think that's going to be the thing that's going to be upsetting to them. They were just simply manhandled up front.
No, Kaplan outplayed them. They were the more physical team here tonight. Southern Lab never matched their physicality. And the Kaplan Pirates, after that week 1 loss, they are rolling now. They've won 5 in a row, and they take down the Division IV Select State Champions. 40-20, the final score. We'll hear from Coach Loteep and a player when we come back. This is Game Time on Your View, presented by McDonald's.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night, and best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a 4th branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you in Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today.
This time in the car gives me a few extra minutes with these two.
They said a car loan with your credit wasn't possible, but you found a new road to get there.
These little moments mean everything to me.
Hope makes it happen. With credit-building resources and personal support, Hope Credit Union's tailored loan solutions make your life better, no matter your income or credit. Brighter futures begin with Hope.
At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! Texas, good job! Good job!
Bring it higher. Turn it up, boy!
Get it done!
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
Coach Tank Loteep fired up as the Kaplan Pirates defeat the Southern Lab Kittens tonight, 40-20. Let's send it down to the field. First of all, before we go down to the field, let's take a look at our player of the game. brought to you by Raising Cane's, One Love, and it's going to be Dalen Landry with his 3 rushing touchdowns here tonight.
What a performance. And all tough yards. I mean, inside runs and no real passes, long passes. I think he got one pass down there to goal line, that one right there. But for the most part, it was just turn around, hand it off, and grind it out.
Now let's send it down to Derry Beckwith and Dalen Landry.
Dalen, you guys were extremely effective tonight in the running game. What was the key?
Our line block, just working hard at practice and running down the hose the line's making for me.
At the beginning of the week, no one expected you guys to beat Southern Lab. If you go through every sports media page, they picked Southern Lab to win this football game. What do you guys have to say about that, and what was your motivation coming into this week?
Just working harder at practice and making sure we win so we could go farther in the season.
You guys are now 5-1. What is the end goal for this football team?
To hopefully win state and take it all the way.
Still an outstanding game, man. Proud of you. Keep it up.
It's been since 2018 since Kaplan has played in a semifinal game. They looked like a semifinal team here tonight, maybe even better, as they beat Southern Lab by 20.
I've been driving Mercedes for 15 years or longer. I believe you can get all the bells and whistles in a C-Class. I just like the size. The size fits me.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
It's this simple. You have a car and Trapp Chevrolet wants to buy it from you at absolute top dollar. And you don't even have to buy from us. It's true. We want to buy your vehicle. You won't believe how much your vehicle is worth. Just trade your vehicle in or take the cash. And while you're here, choose from our selection of new Chevy cars, trucks, crossovers, and sport utility vehicles at special savings. Find the new Chevy perfect for you and your lifestyle. So hurry in today at Trapp Chevrolet in Houma.
The Baton Rouge Clinic has been taking care of you and your children for over 75 years.
From East Ascension to West Feliciana, from Zachary to Denham Springs, we'll keep you in the game.
From your future stars to your weekend warriors, we'll keep you in the game.
From primary care to urgent care, we'll keep you in the game.
The physicians at the Baton Rouge Clinic want to wish you a healthy and successful season.
The truth is, accidents happen, and they always seem to happen at the worst possible times. It's never convenient to be injured or have unexpected medical bills. You see, the problem is we can't prepare for an accident because we never know when they're going to happen. They happen when we least expect.
As a personal injury attorney, I see every single day how injured someone can be in an accident. So that's why I've been so impressed with the features that the GLC has to offer.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
An impressive performance here tonight as the Kaplan Pirates easily defeated the Southern Lab Kittens 40-20. Jeff Palermo and Greg Bowser and Derry Beckwith had to call for you tonight. And what we knew going into this game is that Kaplan could be physical, and Southern Lab had a lot of athleticism and speed, and what was going to win out here tonight. And on that first Southern Lab drive, they completed a couple of passes. We saw that athleticism and speed on the outside, but then after that, the physicality of Kaplan just took over in this contest.
Yeah, Kaplan, they controlled the line of scrimmage from the beginning of the first quarter to probably midway through the third quarter.
Right.
And by that time, the game was pretty much out of reach.
Yeah.
But they dominated, just running the football, power football, what they like to do. And, you know, when you look at it, coaches from Kaplan got to be happy.
And there were no answers for Southern Lab here trying to stop this Veer offense, and it was pretty impressive. Dalen Landry over 150 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. He was also catching passes as well on a 36-yard reception here. And then getting into the end zone, Dalen Landry there. And then other guys getting involved in this as well. Wyatt Hebert had a couple of touchdown runs as well. Southern Lab had a couple of big plays. Here's a long pass. Botley able to connect with Hunt, but there just wasn't enough of that here tonight. And then your final stats in this one. The fact that Southern Lab couldn't even run the ball was also very surprising in this contest, Greg.
It was surprising, and you look at they threw the football, but those were some long passes that came late in the ball game, and the game was pretty much over. Pretty clean ball game, not that many penalties. You had a couple against Southern Lab, against Kaplan, but not a whole lot. But you look at what they did. One of the things that really surprised me is you look at 331 yards rushing and only 36 passing.
Yep.
That's a total domination. That says your offensive line is controlling the football game, and that's the kind of game that coming into the game, if you knew the stats were going to be like that, you'd know that Kaplan was going to win.
Yep, and they certainly dominated really from the start of this football game. Our highlights and stats brought to you by Laborde Earls Injury Attorneys. Call all sevens or visit onmyside.com. Kaplan, a 40-20 winner over the Southern Lab Kittens to improve to 5-1. Southern Lab just 3-3 now, and they got a 3-game losing streak heading into Thursday's game against Kentwood. For Terry Beckwith, Greg Bowser, I'm Jeff Werma. We'll see you next week at Parkview Baptist as the Pirates win by 20 here tonight.
It's this simple. You have a car and Trapp Chevrolet wants to buy it from you at absolute top dollar, and you don't even have to buy from us. It's true. We want to buy your vehicle. You won't believe how much your vehicle is worth. Just trade your vehicle in or take the cash. And while you're here, choose from our selection of new Chevy cars, trucks, crossovers, and sport utility vehicles at special savings. Find the new Chevy perfect for you and your lifestyle. So hurry in today at Trapp Chevrolet in Houma.
I got hurt in a car wreck. Why should I call Gaucher Amade?
Because when you're hurt, you need money.
We got a client who needed hand surgery after a car wreck, $200,000.
We're Gaucher Amade, your go-to lawyers.
Call 222-2222. The truth is, accidents happen, and they always seem to happen at the worst possible times. It's never convenient to be injured or have unexpected medical bills. You see, the problem is we can't prepare for an accident because we never know when they're going to happen. They happen when we leave them.
Why should I call Gaucher Amade?
Because when you're hurt, you need money. We got a client who cracked their sternum in a car wreck, $197,000. We're Gaucher Amade, your go-to lawyers.
Call 222-2222.
Fall has arrived, and with it, a chilling invitation to a spooktacular celebration. Fall Fright Fest on your view. From classic horrors to modern-day frights, we've got something to scare the living daylights out of you. Prepare yourselves for a frightfully good time with a curated collection of films that'll leave you haunted long after the credits roll. Enjoy a spine-tingling October with Fall Fright Fest on your view.
Welcome back to Doing More. We're here celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month at Valle del Sol's 33rd annual Profiles of Success, where Arizona Latinos and Latinas are being recognized for their outstanding leadership. Did you know that as of July 1st, 2022, Hispanics made up 19.1%